Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Board Game Design Variety Hour. I'm your host, Matthew. How's everyone going? I say, how are you going? Hi, Robert. Robert's here, and Rob and Robert. Too many Robs or things. Hey, Nicholas. Welcome. No worries. Look away. How's everyone going on this fine Friday evening / afternoon? I'm fairly well. Hey, Robin, how you going? We've got the full complement of Rob or Robbins or Roberts. Yes, one more for the pot, indeed. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, enjoying sort of the end of the week. Hopefully you've got to the end and it's things have gone okay, or you've been able to accomplish what you needed to do, or just got through the week, as sometimes it has to be. Well, afternoon, David. How you going? This was a bit. Last few days were a little bit more packed than I am used to. Sort of almost back-to-back meetings today, but I get to save the best for last, which is hanging out with all of you, doing some streaming, and I've actually got some exciting things lined up for today, hopefully. So I'm going to be showing off. No need to be sorry, Rob. I'm going to be showing. Oh yes, sorry. Yes, one of the meetings was with Rob, but that was a fun meeting. Don't worry. Hey Rory, how you going? Welcome. So yeah, one of the things I'm going to do is show off the latest prototype of Card Crawl Adventures, which is a digital game that I'm collaborating with Arnold Rowers of Tiny Touch Tales on. I'll say it up front, and I will probably say this many times. Arnold has done so much work recently, which I am in awe of. His sort of work ethic. And I'm trying to keep up with doing some design and contributing, but I hope to keep contributing. But it's amazing the kind of progress that he's made. So yeah, and I get to show it off, and you can see how it actually plays if that's interesting to you. So it's going to be trying hard to make burgers while watching, if my arms will allow it. Well, good luck with that. What type of burgers are you making? I've been watching a lot of like my YouTube algorithm is now somehow MasterChef made its way into my YouTube algorithm. So I watch a lot of they put out these like sort of short 10-minute clips of from various episodes, and I seem to be watching just the Canadian MasterChef a lot. At some point I should just watch the actual series, but I don't know how I would actually get that possibly. But I do enjoy seeing the food, I guess. Robert's on I'm eat leftover sushi duty. Somebody has to do it, but I'm glad you get to do it, Robin. That sounds like not such a bad sort of job to have. Zate's making beef burgers with smoke sauce and sauteed onions, Greek cheese, and maybe guacamole. Wow. Yeah, I shouldn't have asked. My dinner is a few hours away, so all right, I can't eat dinner until I finish the stream. So I shouldn't have asked. I should have asked near the end of the stream or something. So yeah, I hopefully will show off a bit of Card Crawl. The other plan was possibly to do a little bit more work on Continents, which was the game that used to be called Habitats. So the kind of the chat-inspired roll and write that I've been working on. I've had a few ideas about it. Maybe I'll just chat about it a little bit and kind of see where we go. We might not work on it too directly today. I'm not sure. And then if I hang in there, and I hope I'll be able to, in about 2 hours at 7 o'clock, or maybe in 1 hour. I should check that actually. I'll check off screen how long. I don't. Oh gosh, no, cancel that. I don't know if Luck Be a Landlord is going to drop its new patch in. No, it'll be in a couple of hours. So yeah, in a couple of hours, if I'm still around, then we'll stream me playing the newest patch. I haven't looked at anything. I don't know what's in the new patch, so that'll be kind of exciting. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I just talk a lot about food on Twitch, so that once the pandemic ends, a lot of people visit me to play games and eat well. Well, that sounds like I will certainly take you up on that offer. It's not even that far for me, so I would gladly do that to both eat and play games. And yes. So how is everyone doing? What have you been up to this week? Always interested to hear what's been going on. I have to admit, it was sort of a strange thing that, like, last year, obviously, pandemic, a lot of things were up in the air. but also with sort of game development, it felt like everything took a bit of a pause. And just really January and early February really is like hit the ground running. A lot of like quite dormant projects have sort of woken back up again. Publishers have got back in touch, started to have meetings on like development of games and things like that. So that was a big change, I guess, and it's actually quite full on, to be honest. You know, I was sort of talking about all these meetings, but it's very exciting to kind of be working on these things again. We had a meeting with a publisher yesterday, a game that was signed a few years ago now. It's a game of Brett and mine. We first designed it, must be like 6 or 7 or even 8 years ago, a very long time ago. And actually the interesting thing was that we were at a kind of a stage in development about almost a year ago exactly with the publisher, and then they had to kind of like close down, and everything like paused on the development. But what it meant was that when we came back to it, we'd kind of all forgotten like where we were. So we had this meeting to try and work out like, where are we on the game? What's the current set of the rules? What's the current set of the cards? You know, all these sort of things. But it feels like even with just that meeting, we had some really good, there are a few things that a few problems with the game that we discussed. And I think we came up with some good solutions. So it's sort of been meetings like that, which is always really a really nice thing. But it's been like kind of all at once, actually. And, you know, obviously still doing the adventure game stuff. There's some other narrative game news, which I hope sometime I'll be able to talk about some of the newer games. We were chatting about a bit about Monumental and some future development plans for that as well for the line today with Funforge. And so there's a lot going on, which is nice, actually, really nice, but a bit full on. And you know, even in the midst of that, trying to have new, start a new collaboration with Jeff Allers. I said that he reached out from this puzzle game that he'd been working on. It's just been announced with NSV called Hashi, and I love these numerical logic puzzle games, and we're probably going to work on something. We had a really great first meeting to brainstorm some new ideas, and I've already got half a prototype sort of open and trying to do that. I was doing there's too many things. I need to go slowly, so I'll take a pause and have a look at chat so as to not go too quickly. Hey Alex, how are you going? Welcome. Rory has been working playtesting Set Sail, which I've renamed to Voyages. I like Voyages, and played some more Glasgow, which I greatly enjoyed. I look forward to one day playing you in some Glasgow. It reminds me I need to get it back out. We've been what's been our game of choice? We've been back on Santa Monica a bit the last few days, Therese and I. So still enjoying it a lot. Definitely a game I think made for me, which is great. Nicholas says, I have my meeting with the Zenobia mentor in a couple of hours, so I'm excited and preparing against the Loki as well. Okay, I didn't know that Zenobia sort of offered mentoring as part of that as well. Oh, that's really great. I mean, that reminds me, this was the first. I also had my first 2 meetings. So there were 2 meetings. I have 2 mentees in the Tabletop Mentorship Program, and I had the first 2 meetings this week with them. And yeah, it was really interesting, actually. I think it'll go well. I hope it was a good start. I think we had a sort of productive conversation, and yeah, so that was also another thing that sort of got put into this week. So yeah, it's been a lot of kind of new experiences, which has been nice. There is a new logo for Voyages. Okay, I will have to have a look. I've got you addicted to Hashi. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so there's I don't know what the company is called. Let me have a look on my phone. That makes a lot of these apps, which are really good for the what are they called? Conceptus puzzles. So that's like concept and with IS, all one word. They make really great apps, and they have a really good range of so they have a Hashi app, which is really great, and a whole range. Like my kind of probably favorite ones. I like Hashi a lot. I like Battleships, which is called Sea Battle with Tic Tac with them. There's also a like Philipix, which is a lot of fun, or Simapix, which is similar. You kind of make artwork out of squares and you have to color them, which is quite cool. Yeah, so I think, yeah, sorry to get people addicted on Hashi. Yeah. Oh, so this Nicholas saying about the Zenobia. It's kind of mentorship program, the longest for those that make it till the very end. but we get a tutor as well for the first tips. Oh wow, okay, so sounds like a really interesting program. You have to keep me updated. I'm certainly very intrigued by what's going on. Rob's saying, in the UK, the Beyond Sudoku magazine is worth getting for a variety of logic puzzles. I have not heard of Beyond Sudoku. I'm gonna check it out now. Beyond Sudoku. Oh, okay. Is it a book? Because there's a book that's called Beyond Sudoku, or there's also a magazine. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, I will definitely check it out. It looks. I'm always I've bought a few books before, and yeah, I'm trying to work through. Hey Arnold, how you going? Try to follow the stream on my phone. Oh well, assuming. Yeah. No. You. Good luck. Yeah, I'm probably going to get to playing some card crawl adventures soon. Yeah. So, and what was the other thing that was happening this week? We had the tabletop membership. I've also been doing judging for Cardboard Edison. I've made it through. I've done 10 of my 15 games that I was assigned to judge. So I hopefully will finish the rest off tomorrow. I think we have about 1 more week left on the deadline. So yeah, that's also been a really interesting kind of experience. And the thing I've sort of come away from it. I mean, I guess I have a number of sort of insights off the top of my head, and maybe I'll talk more about it. Is that video pitches? Yeah. So for Cardboard Edison, the pitch. The entries, or at least what we judge, there's a 3 to 5 minute video. I'm not sure if there was a hard time limit, but everything fits. I've never seen a video more than 5 minutes. And you get a rule book. You can look at the rule book. So that's what you have to judge the game, essentially. And then you have to judge it on a number of criteria, sort of engagement, the originality of theme and mechanics, what is the strongest point of the game, what's the weakest point of the game. And that's the kind of feedback you're trying to give. So it was an interesting experience. I don't know whether I would do it I mean, I could talk about it a bit now, I guess, if people would find that interesting. The one thing I've sort of taken away from it so far is that really the quality of design is very high generally. I don't know what I was expecting exactly, but there are no really terrible games at all. I think the worst overall ranking I'll probably give a game is 3 out of 7, where 4 is kind of in the middle average. There's really nothing that's really bad. But at the same point, the difficulty of that now, I think, and yeah, I think this is maybe a little bit akin to what it's like being a publisher, because it's similar. You would see pitches like this, I guess, is that you don't. Yeah, because that standard is higher than I think it once was. A merely average game is just very average now. That there are definitely quite a few games which I feel are quite well put together. It's clear. I can understand how the game's played. It feels like it would, make sense. But at the same time, it's but I don't really understand why I would play this game, or why I would be drawn to play this game over a lot of other games that exist in this space or other prototypes. I'm always a bit skeptical about hook. I of course understand the importance of a hook, but I guess I understand it more in these kind of competitions where you are looking at a lot of games in a kind of short period of time. Generally, you're going to be judging games. You're trying to get through them in 1 or 2 sittings. I don't sit down and do one at a time, or and then come back 3 hours later and look at the next one. And so when you see a lot of games together, that idea of hook is just merely to stand out in that way of looking at games. And I imagine that is the same, if you're at fairs showing games to publishers during convention, you have that same problem. It's not fair necessarily, and it's not, but it's just a product of the fact that if your game is being seen amongst many others, in quick succession, then yeah, you kind of need a hook just to stand out, to get people to look a little bit more closely and not make a quick judgment, I guess. So yeah, but I think I mean the things I'd be impressed with, I think there's still some really interesting meshes of interesting themes and mechanisms. That's what I think is a really strong thing, when I feel like there's a real sense of how theme and mechanisms can work together, that one informs the other and one supports the other. And there've been a few really great examples of that, I think, of the entries I've seen. And yeah, I guess, and at the same time, for that exact same reason, if you like having a theme which is not particularly interesting, it's a bit of a punishment. I mean, I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty. Like there are some games I make which have a completely pasted on generic Euro kind of theme, but you have to realize that you have to, if you're going to do that, you have to make up for that in the mechanisms, or like you have to make sure you have a great hook somewhere else, because if the other part isn't good enough, then like a pretty mediocre or average theme, then that's it's hard to get into that kind of thing. Yeah, so I'll probably talk a little bit more about it next week, I guess, maybe when I finish all the judging. I mean, I've looked at all the games, I just haven't typed out the kind of feedback for the last 5. But yeah, I think those would be my main thing. The other thing I would just say is that really, really think about graphic design is important, ultimately. It's more important for some games than others. And I'm not, when I talk about graphic design, I don't mean illustration, I don't mean art. I just mean, if, for example, you're like a multi-use card game where your hook is all about, using these cards in different ways and they combine and have icons that match. If you're going to do something like that, you've got to make sure your graphic design is on point, because that's the whole hook of your game. And if I can't read the cards, I can't understand how they might work, then you've lost, your main thing. So it's not always the case. Of course, some games, the graphic design is not as important. It's not a card game, but if it is important in your game, and if you do need people to be looking at information, if the kind of hook is in there somehow, then the graphic design needs to support that. And if you can't do that, then that's a bit of a problem. I think chat's having a little bit of fun. I was sort of glancing as I was talking. I missed a little bit. Yeah, no, thanks, Robert, for there's a magazine. I'll have a look. I think I found something that was similar, but I also download the World Puzzle Federation do these like Sudoku Grand Prix and puzzle Grand Prix, and they're about once a month, and they put all the puzzles online and then the solutions as well. And they also have a huge an archive of the last 10 years, and they're really great. They're quite hard, but usually there's some easy ones, and also they're like uniquely crafted puzzles. So I would definitely recommend that. Yeah. Hey Rob. Oh yes, was just playing one of Dave Mortimer's new designs. Okay, oh great. Glad to hear it. Rory said, I had my first meeting with my mentee this week. It was very productive and hopefully helpful. Oh great. I'm really glad that, yeah. I mean, I've had positive experience before, and I think it started well this year as well. So that's great. Robin asked, if you were to introduce someone to an MT Dunstan game, which of your games would you say is the quintessential MT Dunstan game? It's an interesting question, actually. I don't think there is a quintessential MT Dunstan game. I think I make games that are quite varied, ultimately. And actually, it's a bit of a problem for me. I think I've talked a little bit about like branding and how do you sell yourself as a designer. And it's, in a way, it's a bit harder for me because I don't, like my games don't fit the same mold. Like I'm not like David Turtsey or something. Like if you like a David Turtsey game, you're probably going to like a lot of David Turtsey games, but it's not the same for me. So yeah, I don't have. I mean, I loved like Elysium, for example. I really like Elysium. I'm very proud of it. And yes, there are some other games that are in that way, like Monumental, for example, and some other games to come. I think that you could see that kind of lineage. But yeah, I don't know if there's really a quintessential Matthew Dunstan game, to be honest. They're all, and like you go from that and you look at like the adventure games or something like that, like narrative games. They're so different. So how do you? I mean, it's a slightly kind of navel-gazing thing to say, but I always find it funny when reviewers sometimes say, "Oh yeah, this Matthew Dunstan guy, he made Elysium." Like you don't hear much about him, and I think part of it, honestly, is because the games I am steadily releasing games, but they just they're not hitting the same audiences. So people just aren't aware, I guess, that I'm making all these games that are all in these different, there are some children's games that will come out soon, I hope, that I've co-designed. And again, that's another completely new thing. So yeah, it's sort of, I'm not easily kind of like categorized, I guess, which is a bit tricky. Dev said, actually did some work at work this week, looking at new equipment to us. Oh great, that's fantastic. Tinner's Trail, and congratulations to you and the Alley Cat Games team. Yeah, Tinner's Trail did really well. And yeah, well, it sounds like you've had a really productive week, David. I'm really glad I'm glad that how that's worked out. That's really, really great. Am I making a dice game now, Matt? Dunstan the dice game. It's like Can't Stop with a picture of Matt to climb. That's a little too much, I think. Hey, Bram, how you going? Welcome. What is David said? Knowing a graphic designer, investing in their services for a prototype are different things. Oh yes, because people are saying knowing a graphic designer. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even saying necessarily you have to go the route of professional graphic design. There were just a few instances where, again, like specifically for this type of game, you need good graphic design, even at the prototype stage, if you want somebody to understand what the hook is. That's definitely not the case for all games. So yeah, it just sort of depends what's going on. I find that the effective way is to collaborate with said graphic designer from the start. Yeah, exactly. Zate is she's a big fan of Turtsy games. Yeah, no, that's true, and it's interesting. I think you can divide. Like Rainer Knizia is very. He does make a lot of games, but they do kind of fall in a fairly narrow kind of spread. Like Bruno Cathala, I like to think I'm like I wish I could say that I'm some fraction of a designer like Bruno Cathala, but like I think he's someone a little bit closer to me in that he does make games of a very wide, like if you compare King Domino to Cyclades, these very different games. Yeah, Nicholas says Wolfgang Warsch has a lot of variety. That's true. He's made some more kind of like strategic kind of mirrors to the mind and wavelength and things like that. So yeah, it kind of depends. Rob said there's a lot of mileage in developing basic graphic design skills yourself. Even if they're not good enough skills to sell, they can be very useful. Absolutely. Yeah, that's true. And I think even just using clear icons for like the Noun Project or GameIcons.net, like even knowing how to use a basic graphic software program and using icons that you can obtain for prototype purposes is fine. Like even that, and just don't make them like hand drawn or something like that. I think the moment you go from just using hand drawn icons to actually like just some really clear ones, that I think that really helps as well. Yeah. Anyway, so that's enough rambling for me. Probably I should get on with some showing off. I should get onto some showing off. That doesn't sound so great, does it? But forgive me for my impudence. But drum roll, please, for the latest version of Card Crawl Adventures. And everyone goes like, that looks like a grey screen. Well, I should say this, of course, is a prototype, and there's no art or anything, so yeah, keep that in mind. And there are a lot of sort of different features being developed for the game, but it's still, it's kind of an in-progress version. So we will see how it goes. So I'm probably not going to be. I'll try and keep. I'll keep on the chat as much as I can, but I'll also try and explain a little bit of how the game works. And yeah, you can get a bit of a sense of if you have any questions, especially about like developing, what's it like to work kind of on a digital game or work with. On that sort of thing, I'm always happy. Or if you've got any questions, as always, just shout out in the chat. So, Card Crawl Adventures is a roguelike deck building digital game, which will be ideally an app on your mobile device. I think that's the plan. Maybe we'll go to Steam. I have no like. I'm not involved with any of those decisions. And basically the way the game works is that you do a run, and a run consists of 5 taverns, and they get harder and harder as you go on. And basically you have to survive each tavern, and you win if you get to the end of the 5th tavern and you haven't died. And then you get a score. There's an amount of gold, which is like an additional score at the end, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is to survive. To start, you pick an adventurer, and you have a choice of 3 different adventurers. So you can be the rogue, the flame mage, or the frost guard. I should say the idea. I think the eventual idea in the game will be there'll be lots and lots of different characters, and you'll just get a choice of 3 randomly at the start. We have a couple more in progress. These are probably the 3 that are most sort of tested and most been done. So you pick a character. And you also get to choose what special item that they will have. So each character has 5 potential special items, and you get to choose which one, or at least in this current iteration, you get to choose which item you're going to have. And that gives you sort of a permanent ability that's kind of always on. So if you know, like the relics in Slay the Spire or something like that, so it's like a static ability that will always benefit you. For example, if I am the Frost Guard and I choose this particular one, it says if I don't lose any health, I freeze a random enemy at the end of the turn. And you might say, what is freezing? I'll explain freezing at some point. But yeah, so they give you different abilities, and they also come with, there's some generic cards that are always in your deck, but they also, each character has a set of 3 special cards that goes into the starting deck. So the Frost Guard's kind of all about like blocking attack and then using that against enemies, but also possibly doing frost damage. So basically there's elemental types of damage. On the most basic level, it works like all the elemental damage is the same. It damages enemies, but you can have different things that might impact upon that. You might also see with these items, they have different shapes, and it's a little bit like the Diablo kind of inventory system. You kind of fit these items in a kind of an inventory screen. So I'll let chat choose. What should I play today? I can play Rogue, Flame Mage, or Frost Guard. I mean, I may actually do a couple of runs, but if anyone has a preference of which one you would like to see first. So the Rogue is all about poisoning enemies and adding weak to enemies. So poison does Frost Guard sound red. All right, Frost Guard. Oh, hey David, how you going? Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, let's do the Frost Guard. I'm gonna try the first item, which is probably the most direct. So it says the first card you select each turn is frozen. So I'll explain this because I need to kind of explain the main mechanisms of how the things to work. Oh, sorry. What does this say? I would need the stream to be very, very slow and keep repeating the same points with short pauses. So I have to. Oh, sorry. I think I've come mid-stream. Okay. Continue discussing graphic design in the chat. I won't get in there. Okay. So with the Frost Guard, and we've got. So I've got to remember the first card I select is frozen each turn. So we have. I hope this works. Oh yeah. Okay. It's a bit slow to. Oh, okay, that's better. So there are different taverns, and I get to choose which tavern I'm going to play. I have to get through all 5 of them. But the interesting thing in the game, there's a sort of a dynamic difficulty. So there are like certain aspects to each tavern. So a tavern will have a particular boss that's in part of that tavern. There'll also be a quest that you need to complete with that tavern. And there'll be some unique things like enemies that will also appear in the tavern. There are also other sort of enemies that you always see with a particular boss and things like that. But while these things are kind of set, the kind of overall difficulty increases as you go on. So like the first tavern will be easiest and then all the way up to the front. So I'm just going to do the first one, which is a blue flame, and it's the Ghoul King. And the Ghoul King's only vulnerable when your character's health is 5 or below. So you have to kind of be damaged a bit. And I have to defeat 7 or more monsters throughout one tavern. And there are a few things that go into the deck. But let's get to playing. So yeah, so basically, you always have the fundamental goal of each tavern is to survive. So if you survive, great, you've got through. If you survive all the taverns, you've won essentially. But there are 2 additional optional kind of objectives. The first is to defeat the boss, and you'll always, and for each of these objectives, you'll get a monetary award. So in this case, both of the rewards is 1. So you can. Basically, you'll go through your deck 3 times, and once you go through your deck 3 times, and if you're still alive, you've survived. But during that time, you have a chance to try and defeat the boss, and if you do, then you'll get the reward. There'll also be a unique quest, as I said. So in this case, I need to defeat 7 all monsters throughout the tavern. Okay. There's a little counter. So up here, there's a few things. This is your deck. So I've got 6 cards left in my deck. Your deck includes both the items that you use as a player, but it also contains the enemies that you have to fight. So they're all part of one deck. And each turn you deal out cards from your deck into this 3x3 grid. You may see a similarity to Monumental, and that indeed actually was kind of like the genesis for this particular idea from my side. And then, it's obviously evolved working with Arnold. So yeah, I need to go through the deck 3 times. That's what this sort of 0 out of 3 goes. This thing with the little boss, so that's like the little boss kind of icon. And the 5 means that the boss doesn't show up straight away. You have to kill a certain number of its minions before it's going to show up. You have to make it angry enough. So it'll only show up once I defeat 5 minions. And this is the first of 5 taverns. I have 2 stats as a character. I have health and I have energy. energy may be renamed as stamina, probably something like that. So health is pretty straightforward. When you get attacked, you lose health. If you're at 0 health, you're dead. Stamina, basically selecting certain cards costs stamina. So in the top left is the stamina cost of any card. So this one is 0, for example. This one's 1, this is 2. You pay that in stamina when you select the card. And if you can select cards even if you have no stamina, but if you have to lose stamina and you have none left, you instead lose that much health. There are ways that you can regain both health and stamina with particular cards and things like that. And then down here, you've got the amount of gold you've got. You can look at what's currently in your deck. So these are my 3 starting cards. 6 sort of starting things that are my own that aren't monsters. So these are the 3, like this one, deal 2 frost or frozen enemies and do 3 frost damage to each enemy in the same row. And this block card, these were unique to the frost card. And then these are the basic cards you always get, like gain 3 energy, gain 1 dagger, a dagger and a sword. You could also look at your kind of like your inventory. So this is like, as I said, like the item is sort of in a Diablo sort of grid, and I can see the abilities. So again, the first card I select each turn is frozen. And then finally you have, this sort of reminds you what you're trying to do in the level particularly. Great. So how do you play each? So it's basically you play in turns, and in the turn you'll have a grid of 3 by 3 cards. And basically you're going to select at least 2 cards. And the rules are you can start with any card and you just click on it to select it. This is freezing the first card I select because that's my special ability, but it wouldn't always do that. And then you have to select more cards, but they have to be adjacent to the card you just did. And you can go diagonally if you want. And you can keep going, basically, but you also can't select the same card twice. Each card you can only select once. You can stop whenever you want. You have to select at least 2 cards in each turn. And basically the way it works is that when you activate, for example, weapons like this, which says deal 1 damage, that's essentially meaning you're going to do 1 damage to every enemy that you select after selecting this card. You've like picked up your dagger and you're ready to fight. So if I do this and then I select this monster, then I'm going to do 1 damage to it. If I did it the other way and I selected this monster first and then the dagger, this won't do any damage because I didn't have any attack when I selected the monster. So you have to kind of select your attacks before you select the monsters. But there might be reasons why you might do it the other way. A few other things that are here. There is a lock. There's a key and a chest. And basically, if you select the key and then the lock, then you'll unlock the chest and you'll get a random item. After you selected the cards, let's make a first move. For example, let's just open the lock. So I just hold down and select. So I lost 2 energy because the lock needed 2 energy to be activated. And then any cards that you've used are discarded. And then you get new cards to replace from the deck. And what frozen means, actually, is that if a card is frozen, then even if it was selected, it will remain in the grid for the next turn. So you get to use it again. And of course, that's good for items, but if a monster is frozen, that can be a bit annoying because it'll sort of hang around. If you kill a monster, it goes out of the deck. If you select a monster without killing it, then it will go to the discard and it'll come back, essentially. Monsters can have an effect when you select them. So like when I select this one, it attacks me for 1. If I manage to kill it when I select it, then it doesn't attack back. It's only if it kind of survives me selecting it. Some enemies can have an effect that happens on discard. So this is if it gets discarded without being killed for any reason, then it's going to do. So in this case, it adds a random monster to the deck. And sometimes they have an end effect, which basically means if they're still in the grid at the end of the turn, if they haven't been attacked or selected at all, then they're going to do a particular thing. So this will also add more monsters. So basically, each turn is like a mini puzzle. How are you going to make your way through this grid? So I have this sword, for example, deals 1 damage, but then it also does 1 extra damage, but only to the next enemy that you select. And I have this particular item, which was sort of a random thing, which when I select it, I increase its energy cost by 1. And if I activate it at the end, like as the last card, then I destroy it and I add a number of arrows equal to whatever its energy cost was. So I can kind of charge it up over amount of time, which is kind of interesting. And I can actually select it first if I want, and then it'll be sort of frozen. but I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I want to get rid of this monster because it's a bit it's not, you know, it's a bit annoying. So this is frozen, so I'll get it again. I'm going to come over here, and I've done 2 damage to it. Great. Now, if I was to come up here, it's only going to do 1 damage because, you know, this 1 damage was only, like, the extra damage was only to the next enemy. But what I'm going to do is actually pick up this first. So now I have 2 damage. I'll do 2 here. I'll do 2 to this. Basically, this is going to give me like a bit of loot when I destroy it. It's kind of a chest. And then I'll come over here. So I didn't lose any health from this one because I killed it in my attack. And so that'll do. So this sword stays here. I get a bit of a score for the monsters, essentially. And then more stuff comes out. So I have a health potion, which gives me more health. I have an energy potion, which can give me more energy. And actually, I mean, this is the quite good thing about the Frost Guard is that, you know, normally when I use the potion, it'll go back into my deck, but I can freeze it if I select it first. Which means that, you know, I'll get sort of multiple uses out of it. And actually, I am going to do that. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit annoying because I don't have a good next thing to do. Okay, so I'm going to freeze this to get some... So, like, I can actually kind of get rid of enemies. It's sort of interesting. If an enemy doesn't attack you, you can select it, and it'll cost you a bit of energy. So that's fine. I want to get some more arrows in my quiver, so to speak. I'm going to select this. So now I've got 2 attack. That's enough to kill this, and then I can select this and block this one's attack and do 1 to it. So that's the shield, and then I'm going to freeze a random card. So actually, it's frozen this shield, so I'll get to use it again. Oh, actually, I should have come up here and probably selected this because I still had 1 attack, which was a bit poor of me. Oh, and thanks for the follow too, David. Cheers. Okay. So we've gone through the deck once now, and at the end of each through the deck, you get to rest at a bonfire, and you get a choice. Sometimes you just get a one-off effect that just happens immediately. So, like, for example, gaining a gold. And gold's useful. You get to, like, kind of upgrade your deck and things in between the taverns. Or you can add a bonfire card into your deck, and it'll come out in the next round, and it's always like a one-shot thing. So consume means once it's used, it goes out of your deck forever. So, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to take a gold. You know, it doesn't help me at all in this particular tavern, but you know, it's good for the next thing. So let's see. Okay, so we've got a few end effects, which is a bit not great. I want to kind of... Oh, this is tough, actually. It's tough. What I can do, so this is why I like the effect of freezing something, because this deals 2 damage to all frozen enemies, which is good. So what I'm going to do, actually, is because if I select this, it's going to freeze this. Actually, I want to do... Yeah, I'll do this. And then I'm going to block this enemy's attack. I was sort of hoping that it would freeze itself. But now I'm going to do 2 damage to all frozen enemies, which has destroyed both of these, which is really great. So that will do for me. So I destroyed the loot box, which is good. Hopefully it'll go away. Yep. So I got a new item, basically, which is nice. I'm a bit low on energy, so I'll probably do the trick again and select this. But the thing is, I can only attack this character if my health is 5 or below. So I can actually do a bit of a trick. If I select something first and take like a health point of damage, and then I refill my yeah, let's try that actually. Don't quite know what I want to do though. Yeah, I think I want to definitely take 1 health damage somehow. So what I might do is I'm gonna block this. Oh, that's really great. It's frozen this, so I can now use it, which is great. So it'll hang around, and I'll be able to... So unfortunately, I left this one, which is giving me more random monsters. So there's a lot of monsters in the deck at the moment. But now I can finally attack the boss. So I have to kind of keep like a certain number of health down to be able to do that. So what I'm going to do is... I probably will select this card first, because I think I'd like to be able to attack the boss a few times. And it also, this is sort of like a sort of a bomb. Like some of the icons are a bit wrong. This isn't actually a monster. It has this effect that on discard, if it was selected last or first, it attacks me. So I don't want to select it last or first. So I'll select it in the middle. So that's fine. I'll get some more energy. Seems good. No, actually, I can do it the other way around. If I attack him first and then get the energy, that makes more sense. Okay. So yeah, it has a nice flow to it. It's a bit crunchy, and I mean, obviously, there's a certain amount of like the prototype, but you know, there'll be things when there's art and icons that'll be a lot easier to sort of understand. The other thing is, like any good deck builder, you get to add new cards to your deck, and there's always this card, this sort of merchant that gets shuffled into the second level of the thing. And when you select it, at the end of that turn, you get to immediately add a new card. So if I select this card, I'll be able to do something with it. Yeah, I think I need to do something about this, actually. I should have probably attacked this person before. So what I'm going to do is come through here and just keep wailing on this. Yeah, keep wailing on the boss. So now I can add something. I mean, blocking is interesting. And my next shield heals me. So this is actually an ally. So allies have an effect, but they also can take health for you. Like they can they have some hit points. I think I'll just take a sword though. I think I need a bit more damage. So that'll be good, I think. Okay, this when drawn, so when it comes into the deck, it gives a monster plus health, which is a bit annoying because, yeah, this person's here. What I will do is, yeah, I think I'll come around and try and keep attacking this monster while I can. Kill this one. I can kill this because I'm doing 2 to everything, basically. And yeah, why not? That'll do me. Yeah, unfortunately, this sword down here is a bit annoying because it does damage in the row, and you know, I only have 1 damage here, so I'm sort of waiting a good time to use this essentially. So shock is, I think, actually, yeah, you have a tooltip now that you can have a look. Oh no, the ally is super. Yeah, I probably should have. I should have probably taken the ally maybe. Alex says, "Ask how long did it take to get to this stage? How long have we been working on it, Arnold? Probably like 1.5 years, like 18 months, probably, roughly. I mean, you know, it's been a lot of like iterating and prototyping and trying different things. So you know, it hasn't necessarily been like a lot of game design. It hasn't been like a straight line to this. And also, like we didn't work on it for some periods of time. We haven't worked on it as sort of like full time, like you know." So we're going a bit faster at the moment, but so yeah, that's about the amount of time. And I should say that if I didn't say it before, that all this programming has all been Arnold. He's like a superhuman essentially in terms of the amount of work he's been doing. So obviously couldn't do this without him at all. But yeah. So this is version 48, and that doesn't even count. You know, there were paper prototypes before this. You know, I'd sort of worked on the idea a little bit before it even made it into a digital, you know, prototype. So yeah, it's been a long process, but it you know, it feels like we've got something a little bit more solid now, which is nice. So yeah, so shock, basically when a card is shocked, the card is treated as if it has no ability. So that's quite useful. So actually this card is shocked. So if I was to select it now, I wouldn't get any help. So it's probably not a good idea to do that. I kind of want to keep oh, I see. So this adjusted the energy, but it's a permanent thing. So I kind of want to, I want to get more arrows. I actually kind of want to do it last, maybe. So what I might do is, don't know what to do actually. Hey Jay, how are you going? Welcome. This is Card Crawl Adventures, one of my new projects with Arnold Riles of Tiny Touch Tales. I don't know what to do, actually. I feel like... I kind of wanted to attack this, but actually what I might just do is I might attack this, get my last arrows, and now 2 arrows are going to go into my deck, hopefully. Yeah. Rob asks, is this prototype likely to develop into a production version, or is a published version likely to start again from scratch? I don't think we're going to be starting again from scratch. I mean, this is also like Arnold has a bit better sense of, I guess, because this is also very new to me, the kind of like the process towards publication, and obviously Tiny Touch Tales, which is Arnold's company, will be doing the publishing directly. Like, so we're both designers and developers and publishers all together. But I suspect that, this build will, keep being iterated, and then, art will get added, but I don't think we're going to be doing a complete rebuild. It feels pretty solid. I mean, there's a lot to still sort of like iterate on in terms of like obviously card balance and adding new cards, and we've got I don't think we're short of interesting things to do, and some of it's going to be obviously improving UI and making probably a tutorial to help people sort of understand how the system works. Yeah, I don't think the core prototype won't change. Like the engine under that, I don't think it's going to change. So arrows basically do 1, and if you select a non-adjacent enemy to the arrow, it does 1. And I think adjacent, yeah, it will continue into the production version. Yeah. So non-adjacent just means orthogonally adjacent. So diagonal is not that. So what I think I'm going to do is going to try and finally kill this guy, but I need 3. So I guess I'll just come around and kill the boss finally. But I am quite low on health, so now I'll get some health, which is good. And I'll kill this person because I have that. And now I actually can kill this. And because I basically killed the monsters in the correct order, when this person's damaged, it gives a monster plus health. But because I've killed everybody else, it can't give anyone a health. Yes, there's going to be a lot of bug fixing, but the base systems are solid. Yeah, indeed. Great. So that was pretty good. That was a pretty good turn. So basically, like I've killed the boss, and I've also done the quest essentially. I could replenish all my health. I've got 4 health. I could put a card that would give me more health, or I'm just going to gain another gold basically. So I'm being very, very greedy at the moment. I think I have a lot of enemies in the deck though, which might be a bit of a trouble, but let's see how that goes. I'm also a bit short of what am I a bit short of? I'm a bit short of energy, actually. So I really need to select a few cards that are going to just sort of cycle out, I think. Whoops. Oh, wait. Continue. Why can't I select this? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to quit. I think something... Yeah, I don't know. I had a weird, like, it kind of... Yeah, I screwed that up, I think. We can start again. It was a bit strange. Like, it kind of, like, froze on I couldn't select the card anymore, Arnold. But anyway, that might have been... I'm not sure. Sorry, folks. We had a brief technical difficulty at the bug fixing, maybe, or it could also be my incompetence. So let's try again, shall we? So we started a new run with the Frost Guard again. Let's try the Lich King this time. So the Lich King basically, I have to start depth 3 with less than 5 health, and the Lich King's quite difficult. That they're basically ethereal, which means that I can't attack them. And at the start, I discard a random card from the thing. At the end of each turn, this loses 5 health. Oh, okay. So it was a bug because I had 2 menus open. Okay, great. Well, at least it's live. I should rename the stream to be live bug testing thing. They also have some of these special unique cards. There's a thing that is immune to. I should actually probably have a look at this because there's some cards that maybe are going to be immune to frost. Yeah, so this one's immune to frost. So I think what I might do is actually do this one first because it'll be kind of the easiest time to handle it, and I have a lot of frost damage. This attacks for 2 frost. So yeah, I have to stay above at least 1 health throughout 1 tavern. That's a bit of an that should write that down. That quest is obviously that means just staying alive, right? Stay above at least 1 health, or we have to be at least 2. I'm not sure. So yeah, let's try the Ogre King. See how we go. Oh, there's a bit of rain. That's nice. I like the sound of rain on the whatever these called skylights. Anyway, all right. So let's do some thing. Well, I can do some unlocking. This one is going to add random monsters, so I kind of want to deal with it, but I can't. I could select it, which is probably not a bad idea. So what I might do is I'm going to select it actually, but I don't want to. What I will do actually is I'm going to do 3 to everything. That wasn't very good. Yeah, it's a bit annoying because I don't really want to freeze. Oh, I'll just have to freeze the key, I think, or I just leave it. No, I really want to select this. So all right, I'm just going to come around and select it. And that's fine, and I'll block this one's attacked. Oh, now it's frozen anyway. But anyway. Rain was a brilliant thing this morning. Oh, okay, great. So weak, which I'm going to have a look. A weak, so basically weak items have increased cost if they're your items, or if a monster is weak, then it decreases the energy cost to select it. So weak enemies is better for you, but items that are made weak, it's harder for you to use them essentially. And I think weak just hangs around for one turn, I think, or I might be wrong. So this is quite good. I can just kill all of these straight up, which seems good. I have this random item, which was from the loot crate. So I've got an item which gives arrows deal double damage, but I don't have any arrows, so not particularly useful. But I will just kill all those folk, which is good, and I'll just use this item to get it out of the way, basically. Yeah, let's do that. Alex asks, what was the main challenge during the development so far? Wow, I don't know. It'd be tough to. It's tough to sort of think about what was like the key thing, because there've been lots of different things. I think probably one of the core things was getting the energy system right, because that wasn't an original part of the game. Like it was just health for a while. And kind of making that feel right, and like whether energy should it replenish, should it replenish every turn? Should you have to replenish it like by selecting a card? Should you have a limit on energy? So I think it was kind of working that out. And the other thing a little bit has been kind of the structure of the experience. So when do you get new cards? How do you get new cards? Do you get them in between the levels? Do you get them in the level? Like how do different characters work? Yeah, there's lots of different things, and I think because in this kind of game, like there are so many different things you can do in terms of how do you upgrade your deck, how do you have items. There's so many different ways that you can like have player input. So that it's interesting. It's a lot of the stuff kind of around the core mechanism, because actually the core mechanism has kind of stayed pretty much the same the whole time. Selecting cards in a grid and. So yeah, that's been the kind of thing. But the nice thing now is that I think, or at least from my point of view, it feels like it's a little bit more solid, is the fact that basically, we're starting to get kind of emergent effects, because you put in, when you, we start to have interesting interactions between different effects that kind of emerge from their combination that we didn't even intend. And that's like, then you start getting kind of surprised by things, and that's a really nice kind of thing to come from the game, definitely. Rob says, I love the detail of the cards having a few different angles for their positioning, so they look more organic. Well, have a look at other other Tiny Touch Tale games. Like it's definitely Arnold's kind of speciality, I think, in like this really good. Like, I mean, this is nothing compared to what I think the final game. And there's a fantastic artist called Mexa, or the Mexa, who I think will be working on the game hopefully. So that'll be really cool. And Arnold says, yeah, energy and also the realization that boss and quests should be optional, and the goal should just be to survive. So mainly design issues. Yeah, I think that was also the thing. Like for a long time, it was like always you had to kill the boss, and that's how you ended the level, or you have to get through a door or something. But it was just realizing that, yeah, we just make it 3 times through the deck every tavern. It kind of keeps the lid on how long the level is, because you don't want it to be, you know, it's supposed to be a mobile game, so it's not supposed to be super long, and you're supposed to kind of get into a flow of playing. And so yeah, you know, there are a lot of different decisions over the course of the time. So yeah, it's been definitely an educational experience for me, like definitely something quite new. Okay, so I have a bit of a combo here. I can freeze these enemies. Yeah, I might do that. Although I have this. It is a bit hard to freeze things, but this is a good way to use it. So I'm going to do it. And it means I get this energy now, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna take gold again. I'm feeling pretty healthy. All right, we're gonna add a random monster at the end each time, so it is probably a good time to maybe select this. This card, unfortunately, is just completely terrible right now. I could also, I could come through a swing here and sort of, yeah, maybe I can do I could do something like this. So I can do 3 there. I can do 2 here. What do I have to do? What's my goal for this level? Oh yeah, the tavern quest is just not to die, basically. Yeah, I might just do this and deal with this enemy. Oh, I didn't kill at the end that I have to deal with this random monster, which is a bit stupid of me. So I've killed enough enemies now so that the boss gets added. There's a bunch of sort of small enemies that I have to deal with. But I have my health potion, my energy potion rather, which is good. And so I will just kill this monster here, which is good. So it's not going to add any new monsters at the end of the turn. Okay, so basically the Ogre King, kind of interesting thing is they have these like kind of ogre guards, which basically have this aura. As long as the ogre guard is alive, then you can't attack the Ogre King. They sort of protect it. This is a crate. When it's destroyed, it attacks. Attacks for 3 fire, or it gives me an attack for 3 fire. Actually, I don't know this one so well. What does it say in the tooltip? Triggers the ability. So I guess it attacks me. So it's just this annoying thing that I lose health. So I might just get rid of it, actually. Why is the card in the middle shown and then discarded? You have to be a bit clearer, Jay. So basically what happens is you select cards. They have to go connect side to side. And basically any card you have selected is going to be discarded. Like when you use a card, it gets discarded at the end of the turn. There is this thing called frozen, and a frozen card doesn't get discarded at the end of the turn. Oh yeah, these new, why is the card in the middle? Yeah, that's just showing if a card comes up, it shows it going into your deck. It might not be like it's not going into the grid, for example. So, bit tricky actually. Bit tricky. What I might do is just get rid of this. Yeah, I might do that. Oh, which didn't actually get rid of. Oh, so you actually only get rid of it if you. Interesting. So you actually can't. Okay. Okay. I'll do. This one's quite hard to deal with. I might. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to do something about this probably. So I'll just kill it, and then I take. Yeah, I don't think I quite understand that box, Arnold. I don't know what that's. I'm not sure if it's supposed to add attack to you. That's a bit confusing. Anyway, yeah, I need some way to deal 6 to this because this is quite a tough little thing going on here. I guess I can block this. Yeah, maybe. Let's try this. So basically, I blocked its attack. Oh, then it's frozen this, but that's fine. So there's this crate. When it's destroyed, you deal a poison to all monsters. It deals 0 damage, but it increases damage by 2 for each activated obstacle. Oh, it's a bomb. Okay, I see. Yeah, might be a bit good, I guess, because you can't. Yeah, you sort of can't get rid of it, I guess. And then this is the arrow, basically. But I do have this arrow. No, my deck, basically, if you have a card that comes from a crate, that only exists during the round, so I won't have it forever. So, yeah, let's see if I can do like a sort of an obstacle run. Let's see if I can get some more obstacles in my deck, which will sort of be an interesting combination. So do I want more energy or health? I mean, I'm kind of okay. I'll take something that might do a bit more damage as bonfire card. Okay, so now we're in depth 2, so we have 2 more sort of goes. Okay, this is interesting. I have Aura. You can't select any other card after this. It's a bit annoying. It's not going to help the... This doesn't work, basically. It's going to increase it, but then it won't, because this won't let me go after it. Oh no, this card, this great card doesn't work with this aura, unfortunately, very well. That's fine. That's fine. What I might do is, I can. Okay, I can do 2 to this. Do 2 to all frozen enemies. I'll do 2 to the next enemy, and then I'm going to freeze a random card. So this actually that freezes that. So that was good. Okay. Oh, so it's invulnerable again. But this is good. It's going to do 3 damage to each enemy, which is good. So I guess the point is that if I select this, it doesn't go anywhere. That's fine. Because now I can get 5 energy, do 2 to the next thing, which will kill off the ogre guard, which is good. Still got this arrow, still double damage thing. Maybe I should have taken the... So it deals 2... So actually it can 2 to an adjacent enemy. So I'm guessing this isn't going to do 2. And I don't think freezing will do anything to it. Okay, what I will do is I'll do 2 to all frozen enemies. This might disappear because it has an end consume effect. Oh, so there was a thing here, so it just sort of goes off. So that was kind of useful. So I can finally get rid of this if I want, or I could just sort of attack this. I can actually do both. Will this only do, if I do here first, it'll do 3. But I can kind of do it like this, which will kill this. It'll still stay there, but I'm okay. Let's gain a gold. Looks like I might not kill the boss, possibly. Let's see. Because I only have one more. This is the last depth, basically. But I can kill some stuff, which is good. And I finally get rid of this aura, which has sort of hung around forever. So that's good. Okay, well, frozen that card doesn't really matter. Don't have any obstacles, so it's not going to do anything. I could just get rid of it. Yeah, I think I just probably have to try and cycle through some of these cards, I think. This is probably not going to do anything. Okay, so I don't. Yeah, these are all red tinged because I'm at zero energy rather. So if I selected anything, I'd start losing health instead of, you know, if I selected this, I've lost 1 health essentially. But I've got to get my. I'll do this, which gives me my energy. Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to kill the boss really. Oh, actually. I can get rid of this because it does 2 to this because the enemy is frozen, so that's good. Love a few more attack cards. Okay, so I can go. Wait, I want to do this. 3 here. I'll get 5 energy. I'll do 2 to him. Just trying to wail away at the boss now, but I think we're almost at the end. So this is kind of like the innkeeper, this card. Basically, it always comes out as the second last card. The last card in the level is like the door. And that's all that's doing is telling you that it's the end of the level. It's personally, for me, it's something, it's still a little bit strange. And maybe that's something we're going to work on a little bit, like exactly how the level ends. Because also it's a bit tricky because it might not, like right now there's no cards in the deck, so this has come out sort of a bit early, and basically at the end of the turn it's going to attack you for 1 damage. So that's what rest means, like if it's not activated. But if you activate it, you lose a gold. So there's that essentially. Yeah, and I can't get at this thing, so I don't think that's going to do anything. But what I can actually do, it's a pity, I picked up all that gold, and how much gold will I get to? I only get 1 gold for killing the Ogre King. I mean, of course, these numbers might also change. It probably makes sense to get more money to kill the Ogre King, because then you would never do that. Because now I basically can just attack him, and because the last card is always this door, so at the end of this turn, I'm going to exit the tavern no matter what. And this attacks me at the end of each turn, but that's fine. There's nothing much I can do, actually. And there's no way I can kill this, annoyingly, without, like, losing a gold. Or actually, no, maybe that's... Oh, that's a pity. I can do, like, 4 damage. Yeah, I'm pretty close. It's going to attack me for 1. But that's fine. So I'm on 4. It attacks me for 1 at the end, and I'm fine. And I completed the tavern quest. So I stayed alive, which you need to do anyway. I mean, that tavern quest probably has to be doing. So I failed to defeat the Ogre King, but I did complete the tavern quest, so I get a goal. Alex says, I was listening to a game design roundtable podcast about a Lara Croft roguelike, adding constraints to the procedural nature to give people the resources or challenge they need to have a satisfying play experience, when the normal randomization wasn't providing it. Yeah, I think, and this is something maybe Arnold can talk about, there is definitely some sort of intelligence in the randomness. I think a little bit in the mixture of like the enemies that are getting added, because of course you're killing enemies as you go through the deck, so they also get added as you go down in the depths. And I think that's adjusted to depending on how many like enemies that you're going to see. Like if you kill a lot of enemies, then more will get added, so you sort of have the same kind of level of difficulty. And there's also this sort of adaptive difficulty of, you know, you have like a template for a tavern, but depending on whether it's like your first, second, or like 5th tavern, it gets harder. Like the same monsters just get harder in terms of their attack or their health and things like that. So now you can see what happens in between the levels. So I've completed my tavern. First, I get to choose a tavern reward. It's always I can either choose a new equipment. I can use which is like the equipment I already have. I get a new bit of equipment in addition. A tavern charm is like a small piece of equipment that gives me like an effect that only happens like a certain percentage of the time. And card forge means I can improve one of my character cards. I'm going to choose a bit of an equipment. So let's have a look. So it'll give me a choice of 3 new things. I can gain 1 energy whenever I select a frozen card. The first time I take damage, each turn is prevented, which is pretty good. And I deal 2 damage to all monsters if you kill 3 or more in a turn. I might kind of this. I mean, this is quite good actually. I gain a health whenever I select a frozen card. Sounds pretty good for a frost card. Yeah, Arnold said, yeah. There's a lot of logic for balance and drafting. It's far from random at this point. Yeah. I'll have to get Arnold. We'll do a stream together, Arnold, and talk about it, or I'll ask you about what you've done to make it work. Because yeah, that's been Arnold's work essentially. Okay, so I've got a bit of new equipment, which is nice. And then you have some rewards, and basically this is how you spend your gold. So I only have 3 gold, so I can get the first 2. So I can remove a card from my deck and add 1 of 3 new cards. I could increase my maximum health by 1, or I could just skip the reward and get 3 gold. And I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to be slightly boring. So now you would see that I have defeated. Or maybe it wouldn't say. Yeah, I can't play this because I've defeated it or I've completed it. I guess this little medal. So I'm going to leave this one to the end because it actually has a freezing effect, and freezing's good for me. Maybe we do this because this one's kind of hard. Selecting this card first. Yeah. Is that actually going to give me a loop, this one, Arnold? Because I have to select it first, and because I'm it just means I'm always going to have to take 2 energy every time to get through this, right? Because I freeze the first card that I select, so I always have to select it first, so it'll always be there forevermore. Well, let's try it. I would be interested to see if that's how it works out. So we're up against the Skeleton King. Basically, whenever you hit the Skeleton King, you add sharp bones, and sharp bones are things that just damage you. So you want to try and finish off the Skeleton King kind of as few hits as possible. And again, the tavern quest is to stay above 1 health. So I'm choosing some easy tavern quests by randomness. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna probably have troubles, but I thought I may as well try it now because it'll be hard otherwise. We have a bunch of quite difficult things. So we have some end effects. So actually, I'm probably going to. Yeah, I might need to restrict it. Yeah, from appearing when the ability is active. Yeah, I guess it's a bit of a non-bo. I mean, I think those items are probably interesting, but the ones that really restrict what you can do, I think we're probably going to have to be quite careful about those because I can see there's quite a few different ways that they can go badly. I guess, and I think taking away from the fun part of the game of choosing, the fundamental thing is choosing which card and how you can do a path, and I guess when you restrict that, it might be a bit. Might not be so interesting. Anyway, so what am I going to do? I'm going to get rid of this guy. Oh, no, it won't get rid of that guy. Well, I can just damage some things, I guess. I want to get rid of this one. I want to get rid of that card and that card. So let's see. Okay, well, we've got the key and lock, so that's good. What I can actually do is, yeah, let's try something here. Okay, no worries. Yeah, thanks very much, Arnold, for dropping by. Yeah, and have a nice evening. Okay, so I want to unlock this. I think that sounds good. So I might, yeah, I'll come down here. I can kill this off. Oh, that's shocked this. So now it's not going to work, basically. Yeah, overjoyed about that. So I think I actually will stop then because there's no point just doing one to it. Okay, let's just come through here. That will kill off this. Then I'll get a bit more energy. Then I'll do 2 damage. That freezes that, but doesn't really matter. I'm just going to move this off because it's not going to work without the key, so I may as well make some free space. Okay, do I need more energy? No, I'll just gain some gold. I'm feeling okay. How's everyone else going? What are people up to at the moment? Okay, I immediately get this back, even though I've just got rid of it. Okay, but I can get rid of this card, which is good. So I can just kill that off. That's nice. Just whether do I want to do it that way? Actually, what I might do is freeze that, kill that off. Do one here, because now when I select this, I would be healed, but it doesn't really matter. Killed off quite a bit of stuff, which is good. Hopefully I'm going to get the key again sometime. So I've got this, which is still adding burns to the cards. So I'm just going to select. I'll just get rid of some enemies. Okay, well, I really wanted. Well, I have this ally, which is not really doing much because I need obstacles. I do have some swords, so this is actually good because it doubles the damage from swords. So that seems like a nice combination. So let's add that in. Okay, I can finally unlock this thing. So I have to select this card first. So let's see how this is going to go. Feel like we're going to have some problems, but let's see. Okay, I will replenish my energy. I think I'm going to need all the energy I can get to get through this aura, which is probably going to just kill me, I guess. But yeah. So weakened enemies at least are a bit easier to deal with. Yeah, so now I'm never going to... Yeah, I'm probably going to lose this level because there's no way I can sort of get around this. But that's fine. So I'll get rid of that card. Oh, gosh. These are all really bad. Well, let's just get rid of some of these. Shall we? Oh my gosh, wow, this is really bad. I have to select this first, and now and I just got rid of my person that gives me more energy, more things. Oh, goodness me. Well, I can at least get rid of this. And kill a few of these. Yeah, I'm a bit of a I'm a bit stuck now, I think, because I have to basically always select this card first, and it got increased its energy, which is not good. Not where you want to be at all. But that's fine. That's fine. I'll figure out something. I get 3 health because that's frozen. Basically, I'm just stuck. Okay, this got shocked though, which is good. So there's a way I can maybe attack this and at least do 1 damage without it adding a sharp bones to my thing. But unfortunately, there's only 1 extra. Yeah, I mean, I'm in a spiral basically now, I think. Yeah. I'm just going to try and get rid of some of these cards, though. Okay, and this will heal me. Hi, Ramses. How are you going? What software is this? I believe the prototype is built in Unity. So this is a prototype of a new digital game I'm working on with Arnold Rowers of Tiny Touch Tales, which is called Card Crawl Adventures at the moment. Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, I'm about to die. So yeah, this is a prototype essentially. So I might be able to get through to the end. I only have to get through the end of this level, but yeah, I'm not feeling strong. Yeah, it's feeling quite difficult, I think. At least this does one. This would deal 6, but it's not actually doing much. So yeah, I think I am dead. Let's see. I'm not completely dead. Oh, that probably helps. So I have to select this first. Kill that off. Gain 3 health. Okay. Maybe I won't die. Who knows? Have to kind of somehow get through this level. So I take 3 again. I can kill some things, actually. I can kill this. And I can kill this, because that's 2. I get to heal myself, and I get one thing when I'm frozen. And I could do 2 while I'm here. Although that probably wasn't so smart, because now that's added some sharp bones to my thing. And actually, now I am actually dead, because I have to select this first. Although I lost 3 and then regained 1 because I selected a frozen card. Yeah, it's a little bit strange. But then anything else I select will kill me. So, although actually, because when I select an ally, it can take the damage for me. So that's interesting. So I can heal myself up again, which is good. Okay. I mean, I might just make it. I'm going to lose 1 from this. But the door's... Oh, I thought I was at the door already. Maybe not. So I'll pay 1. Let's see. I think I am dead though, because this I take 1 from this, and then I do this and I'm dead. Okay, there's a bit of a... We found a bug. When you look at it again, I somehow don't die. Or maybe I will die now. Yeah, game over. Okay, so that aura, yeah, it doesn't quite work. It's a complete number with my character, unfortunately. But yeah, anyway, I mean that's kind of the game. Obviously, you can see there's we're still active. It's still an active development with obviously tweaking a lot of the numbers and the effects of the monsters. But it's in a good place in terms of you can still have some exciting things. And I know Arnold's had some sort of cool runs through the end, and I've also got up to like the 4th and 5th level. But we're just actively trying new things, so you often run into some interesting corner cases like this, I guess. But yeah. So I'm thinking I might take a little break from this. We've got about half an hour until the new patch of Luck Be a Landlord. So yeah, maybe actually I might try one more. Well, yeah, Alex knew, yeah. So it's not the expansion, it's a new patch, I guess. But yeah, it releases at 7 p.m. European time, 6 p.m. UK time. So yeah, in just a bit over half an hour. I might try and do one more run of this. Or the other option is I can chat a little bit about continents if people are interested about that game. I don't know if is there a preference in chat of what you'd like me to do, or we can just chat. I can answer questions and whatever. See you, Rob. How you going? Have a nice evening. Oh, you mean for this game? Yeah. No. Well, we have to finish the main game first before I try to shoehorn slot machines. But I think the roguelike slot machine game is it's already been done. So I can't do much more than that. But anyway. Well, I think for the benefit of Arnold, because I think it's useful to find more bugs and things, I will keep playing. I'll try and do one more run and see if we can do a little bit better. So the rogue is a little bit more straightforward, and poison basically deals damage, over time to enemies. What I think is I might try this actually. So I deal an extra poison to the first enemy I attack each turn. So that could be interesting. Is there anything that's immune to poison or anything like that I have to sort of worry about? Let's try the Ogre King here. So basically, I have to. The quest for this particular one now is I have to summon the tavern boss before I reach depth, the third depth. So I have to kill 5 enemies quite quickly. I mean, the useful thing is that quest is better to do earlier on. No worries, Alex. Have a nice evening. Thanks for dropping by. So yeah, what are we going to be doing? We had weak and we'll poison the next enemy, which is good. I can try that. Yeah, we could try that. I can add. So they're poisoned. So that's good. That's probably all I need to do. It's enough to kill that enemy, which is good. Yeah, so this will do 2 poison to all activated enemies, basically. So what I can do, which is interesting, I can actually select a lot of enemies, which costs a lot of energy, but then I can give them all a bunch of poison. And that will hopefully kill off a lot of them. I'll gain a gold. I have enough energy, and I'm about to get some more energy with this. Okay. So this will actually give me 1 energy, which is nice. But I am in a place where actually if I unlock this and then take this 5 energy, and I actually can take another... Yeah, it might get better. So I have a shield now, which blocks the next enemy's attack, which is good. Does this add poison to that? No. Oh, I see. So it's not the next enemy. But what I can do is I can come around here, destroy it. I'll do some poison to this, and then I'll regain more energy from that, and then I'll get some health. Seems good. So I managed to get the tavern boss before we got to level 3, so I've completed the quest, which is excellent. So now would be a good time to try and attack the... And this will do too, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. We can get a sword, which is good. Oh, great, we have some poison things. Yeah, I mean, this is quite good, actually. Poisoned arrow, essentially, which is nice. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Wow, this is a bit rough, maybe. Oh, it's not too bad. Don't have anything at the end. I can't attack the... Yeah, so what I might do is just kill this off. No, I don't need to do that. I'll just see. Get rid of these cards. I'll just get a bonfire card that will give me a bit of extra energy. Well, at least if I attack it, I can block the next enemy attack. Wait, I can come through here, actually. I can get this. And it's not selected last or first, so that's good. I'll attack this, it'll block the attack, and it'll poison it. And then I will get 1 energy back. And so this is the time to try and do... So when this is destroyed, all enemies increase their energy cost, and at the end of each turn I lose. Okay. So I need to basically try and really attack this. So this arrow is pretty good, because it's going to wipe out a bunch of things. It's good. Oh, it loses its own health, I see. It loses its own health. So it's like a ticking bomb, that thing. Okay, let's refresh my energy. Seems prudent. Okay, so this is the final depth. So I have to try and kill... So actually I might try and get rid of this, because it's at the start of every turn it'll shock a card, which I don't really want it to do. Well, we're getting quite a bit of poison building up on this guy, which is good. But unfortunately now he's invulnerable because of this guy, which is a bit frustrating. So what I might just do is get 3 health. I'll just get rid of the guard, and then we killed the boss, which is great with all the poison. So I think that should have told me that I have completed it. Maybe, I don't know. So now I just have to survive, basically. So we will do that. I can basically get rid of this. Destroy him, get 5 energy. So do enough to that one. Someone's going to die, which is good. Okay, so this is the end of the tavern, so we're fine. Yeah, so I don't have to worry. I'll get attacked for 1, but that's not a problem. So I'll just select a couple of cards. We get attacked for 1 here, but then I've got out. So I defeated the Ogre King and I completed my tavern quest. So huzzah, onwards and upwards. Let's improve one of my cards. So I can choose basically an upgrade to each card. So this can just deal a poison to all enemies just straight away instead of consuming and dealing 2 to all activated enemies, which is obviously a bit better. This deals 1 damage and 2 poison to the next enemy instead of just 1 weak and 2 poison. Actually, I like this upgrade. I think being able to not have to activate all the cards is good. I have 4 money, so I can... I might decrease the energy cost of one of my cards. Yeah, this seems good. Yeah, I'll do it to that one. Okay, let's try out Hands with the Skeleton King again. I have to select at least 1 bonfire card throughout the tavern. So, like, I just have to make sure that I add a bonfire card at a particular point. I also just need to remember what my items do. Oh yeah, I deal a poison to the first enemy I attack each turn. Okay. So we have a few end cards. What I can do is this and this, which will kill that one off. So that goes Trying to get to open the lock on the same turn where I poison everything, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Okay, I'll just do one poison to everything, I guess. So everything takes a bit of damage. Oh, oh, yes, I have to do this at the same time, I guess. I can do this. Get my energy back. All right. So I do need to add a bonfire card at some point. So I'll add it now to make sure that I can do the goal. Well, I selected at least one bonfire card, so I've already done that. So that's good. All right. So I can finally open the lock, which is good. I might just do that. Oh, actually, I can just come around here and kill off this card. Oh, I could have come through here and damaged it, and yeah. Oh, this is quite good. Subsequent attacks deal double damage. Very nice, very nice. I think I will just poison everybody. Sounds good. And I can get some more energy. I've got some more arrows. Interesting. If I get some more like good arrow cards, could be interesting, maybe. Yeah, why not? We could try. We could get some arrow kind of synergy cards, possibly. I know they exist somewhere. Okay, poison's killing a few extra things. All right. Let's see. What we can do is we can sort of load up on. We can try and do some big attacks. I can probably get rid of some other things. Regain a little bit of energy. Yeah, so the boss is now going to die by themselves. I'll get one for energy. It's probably good. Okay, so this is the sharp bones that I sort of have to get rid of probably at some point. Probably want to kill this pretty soon. So I'm just going to do this. And I could take 2 damage. That's fine. Death and death to the boss. Which is good. So now I just have to survive to the end, basically. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to freeze things, but maybe it's going to do enough damage. Almost. A lot of energy. Whew. Yeah, I've still got to sort of concentrate quite a bit when I am doing this. I can just poison a bunch of stuff, which is probably good. And I can get rid of this thing that's just doing 2 damage to me. I can get rid of this. I can poison this. I can gain a gold. I'm looking pretty strong, I would say. Alrighty. Is this going to add poison to... No, it doesn't add poison to that. So burn, when it gets added to a card, basically you take extra, you take that amount of damage when you select the card, which is not great. So actually, I probably want to try and get rid of this card. So what I do is I'll come through here and then get one energy back. That kills off that. So I could really come through and kill a lot of stuff, probably. Just go on a bit of a rampage. Kill everything. Sometimes nice when you have those turns where all the sort of the damage lines up and you can have this big turn of just killing a bunch of stuff, which is great. And we're all fine, so I can just deal 1 to everything. 5 energy. Then I can exit. Great. So yeah, I got both of my rewards there. Let's add a Tavern Charm. We haven't seen the Tavern Charm. So the Tavern Charms are basically these smaller items which give you a sort of a chance to get something good each turn. So I have a chance to regain health and energy at the start of the turn. I have a chance to add a random utility card after each shuffle. I have a chance to discard 1 player card into the draw pile at the end of the turn, which basically means like you'll get to draw it again. It's like a semi-freeze. But I might try this sort of thing where I'll heal up. I'll put the thing there. So hopefully I have the items now. I have 7 gold, so I should probably do something with that. I'll add a new equipment item. See what I can get. So enemies suffer fire damage equal to the amount of burn at the end of turn. It's not that great. I gain 3 health when an enemy dies of poison. Sounds good for the poisoning character, so I might do that. So whenever an enemy dies of poison, I'm going to get 3 health. Yeah, so I might take a little bit of a slight break from actively playing a game because it's only 15 minutes until the Luck Be a Landlord launches. So I might take a quick bathroom break, but I'll be back in a few minutes. Yeah, I'll be back in a sec. But until then, yeah, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Thanks all. I'm back. I'm back. How's it? Oh yeah, sorry, Robin. You probably came back and wondering. I just took a quick bathroom break. But yeah, I was playing through Card Crawl Adventures a bit. But I'm going to take a little break from playing. I might just chat a little bit. And then the new Luck Be a Landlord patch will be live in 12 minutes. And then I'll play one game or two just to show off the new patch. And then, yeah, see how that goes. But how was your dinner, Robin? What were you having? I might move around some things to see how that will go. Yeah. It's good that it's the end of the week. A little bit exhausted. Yes, 11 minutes. Not sure if it'll go live properly or not, but we'll see. Yeah. Well, we could do a very quick. I don't know whether the patch will go live if I'm in the middle of a game or something. That would be possibly a bit strange, but we could try that, I guess. Yeah, maybe I'll just set up. I'll put a new thing on the stream and change what we're doing. So I will. Okay, so that should have updated. All right. I always also forget to open this Discord so people say addict ? Well, you know, we know why everyone's here ultimately, so we're all here for the same reason ultimately. Let's see. Okay, so that should all be updated. Hopefully, it should show the right thing. We'll see how that goes. No worries. Nicole's going to head off to the meeting. Oh yeah, good luck for the your mentoring meeting. I hope it goes well. Yeah, no, and thanks very much. Yeah, thanks for hanging around. I mean, I hope it's sort of interesting. Yeah, it's sort of in the middle, kind of rough. Like, I mean, it's settled, but it like to the outside look, I accept it's a lot to kind of like take in. So I imagine it's maybe not particularly interesting, but I think it was a good chance to show off a little bit on stream and see how that goes. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna start a game. I don't know whether in the middle of the run for Luck Be a Landlord it's going to actually like, I don't know if it will like auto update in the middle of a run, but you know, let's see how it goes. So okay, I'll just do a quick tweet. Everyone talk amongst themselves. Okay. Fine. Yeah, have a nice weekend, Nicola. I hope everything's well. All right, so you all know what's going on. Let's do some Luck Be a Landlord. Let's have just a light, you know, warm up run. Nothing too. Everyone likes a monkey. Everyone likes a good monkey. I had a really rough run earlier in the week where I picked up I picked up like 4 or 5 different coconuts, and I just couldn't find a single monkey. I even had the double money monkey item, and yeah, it was rather frustrating. No worries. Thanks very much, Dave, for hanging around. Yeah, I hope it was vaguely interesting, and I can't wait to try out your own prototype too. I'll look at that in the weekend, and yeah, have a nice weekend. It was great to see you. Cool. So let's see how we go. Copper. Yeah, let's take a copper. We already have a. I mean, Lucky Cat's nice. Yeah, let's try Lucky Cat. These are all garbage. Garbage. First coconut, excellent, excellent. As long as my monkeys are well fed, then all is well. Essentially, more coconuts. Okay, I'm here for the coconuts. Okay, well, some more. Okay, well, I'll just keep taking coconuts. All right. Well, I mean, I've got the cat items, so I could go heavy cats. So this could be a cool cat run. Let's see if I've got to remember to look for cats. I'll take a sapphire. And the monkey's doing work, getting me through the early levels, which is good. Yeah, I'll take a free item. What do we got? Proliferation, not the bestest. Miner can break open this ore at some point, which will be nice. Not gonna be a hex run. I would like some cats actually, because I have some nice cat items. Take the chemical 7. They're all pretty bad. Then I'll take the yellow pepper. I'll take another crab. I've we can go some light crabs on the side, cats and crabs. That's what everyone's here for. Take a die. I do have a lockbox. Yeah, I can try and get rid of that. I think get some extra money would be good. I think here's particularly interesting. I haven't hit a good synergy yet. If I get some more cats, I've got all the good cat items essentially. I think I have to keep taking items. I've got a lot of empty things. I can get a lot of barrel jaws, but I think the symbol bomb is useful. We might be able to get some cats out of that. None of these are good. I don't have any mice yet. So wow, these are all pretty bad. This is also pretty bad. Okay, well, we're all about the monkeys now. I have to keep getting some things to feed the monkeys. That was not a great symbol bomb. I mean, sun would be okay, but I only have one flower, unfortunately. Oh, I took the safe hoping that the key would work on it, but yeah. I'm just running through. If anyone who's joining, I'm running through a quick sort of pre-run to the new patch, which is going to go live in about 5 minutes. So I'm just sort of warming up the the slot machine, the motion, going through the motions, so to speak. Yeah, not particularly spectacular yet. Oh, I got a cat. Okay, excellent. Because cats are great. I take every cat. I started with the cat items. I might not be going much further. We're already reaching a bit of a wall. Fruit gives me one more thing, but I only have one fruit thing, which is not great. I have a miner already. Let's just take the fruit basket and maybe we get some fruit. That will give me some more cash. These are all not good. Well, if the crabs keep lining up, then we'll be okay. Well, that's good. The plum is 3 money. So fruit and it's all about fruit and cats. Fruit and cats this run. If I see a fruit or a cat, I take it. If I don't, then I will probably skip it. Yep. Yeah, it's not looking great. Oh, it's going to be close, actually. Although I don't think it's going to be that close. Whew, made it by 1 money. Okay, it could all turn around here. Who knows? Noon's not great. I'll take a buffing capsule, I guess. I'll take the green pepper because I have 3 cats and 3 monkeys, so there's a good chance that will fire off. Orange is 3 money, so that's fine. I mean, I'm hoping the cats are just going to give me good. I'll take the lucky capsule. I think I need to find something really great to kind of survive here. Archaeologist is not bad, but I don't. Yeah, I don't really have. It's not really the run for an archaeologist, sadly. Yeah, do need to find a key for this lockbox. But yeah. The cat's going well. Ooh, a chef. Chef could be good. I mean, I have fruit actually. Yeah, so chef is good because I have the fruit basket. So yeah, this will be like 6, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we've got something going on. We've got a bit of something. I feel like the fruit has come together a little bit late, but let's see. I'll take another item. But we're upping. Okay, all right. Well, there you go. Failure. Okay, we'll wait the requisite 2 minutes, and then I'll exit and come back in and see how it goes. But yeah. I need some like elevator waiting music or something to to be playing while we're all do 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 we need like a big countdown. Only 1 minute to go. And a new patch. What is going to be installed? What has Dan gifted us this time? The benevolent landlord himself. You know, it'd be kind of cool if Dan was the actual landlord in the end. That would be kind of a cool twist, potentially. But, yeah. Exciting. Oh. Stretch a little bit. Get through that. Anyone have any fun plans for the weekend? Hopefully I'll be playing a few games, probably working on more games as well. Have a few things to be doing. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, so I guess what I'll do is I'll exit actually, because I think I probably will have to exit, and now it'll download the update. Hopefully that's fine. Okay, I think it's patched. I can't really tell whether. Maybe I'll just exit one last time. Yeah, I mean, I have actually no idea whether the patch is applied. I assume it has, I guess. But let's see. Let's see what's in store for us. This one. Okay. Well, we'll see pretty soon whether we see any new symbols. I think this is new. Enjoy your stay now? No, it's probably the same. It looks slightly longer. Can't really tell. All right, so let's go. Luck be your landlord tonight. Okay, nothing new yet. We're back to cats again after our unsuccessful run before. Someone sees something new, shout out to me that I miss if you see a. Because also the other thing that can be balanced are actual items, I guess. Okay, well we can just take cats in the hope that we're gonna be rewarded. These all look about the same, I would say. Okay, I'll take a coconut. Always good. Okay. These are all about the same. I'll take normal coconuts. Normal sort of things. A lunchbox early is good though, because yeah, just getting some extra things on the wheel is perfectly fine. Could go for a bit of a. Well, we could go egg crazy. That's also an option. Go big ore. Take coconuts. So now I really want a monkey now. It is a bit funny that this. So the patch is live now. Is there a way to know? Oh, hey, hi Dan, by the way. Hey. This is not the patch. Okay. So I'll quit out and see if I can. Oh yeah, okay. Now I think it just updated. Let's see. So I have. Is there a way to know? I thought I had an update, but is there some way that I can make it manually update? Let's see. Let's try again. Because I guess this isn't right. If the sorry for everyone watching, it's not technical difficulties. So Dan, like if this count hasn't kind of restarted, it means that the patch hasn't. This isn't the new patch, right? I'm guessing. Correct. Okay. All right. So I have to work out how to make it update. Maybe in properties. Update. Okay, I'll make sure it updates earlier. Okay. Maybe I'll just quit out of Steam and then everyone talk amongst themselves. Need to put up that card. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Come on. I need to play the new patch. All right. Okay, I think it's now downloading it. Yeah, okay, maybe I just have to... I just had to restart things. Bronze Arrow, Robin, you got it before me or something? You no, don't give it away. All right. This looks good. Yeah, the new. We are live. We have the new patch, and we have a restarted counter. Okay, so let's see what's up. What is up? We are still in this apartment complex. This damned apartment complex. Oh, I see actually that we started with a diamond, not a spade. So I wonder if maybe that's random. What? Because normally you started with a spade, I think. I'm pretty sure. Okay, nothing new here. Nothing to see. I think this is all pretty much the same. So okay, we'll take a toddler, early toddler. See how we go. Could take an early coal. It's pretty early. We just have to remember to always take a symbol each time now. So actually crabs have been buffed. So this is now, I think crabs used to be only gave 2 money for each other crab, and now they're 3 money. So let's see, let's try the crab strat. See how that goes. These are all about the same. Let's take the miner. I mean, I didn't have to necessarily take it, but it's not a bad idea. All right. All still looking mostly the same. I'll take a ninja. All the similar sort of stuff at the moment. Always like my monkeys, so I'll take an Oswald the monkey. See how that goes. Not great. I'll take the dwarf. Oh, I probably skipped a candy at some point, maybe. Did I? Don't know. I'll take an ore. Let's see what the miner can work on the ore. Oh, excellent. Another crab. Okay, we could get the crab run going. Okay, so these are 4 now, yeah. So let's see how that goes. I'll take a bluebird. I think I need all the help I can get at this point. Because I've got the monkey item, which is not really doing anything. Oh, okay, this one's new. Matryoshka doll. It destroys itself after 4 spins, and it adds a... oh, I see. A Matryoshka sword destroys it after 6 spins, and then it adds another thing which destroys it after 8 spins, and then it destroys after 10 spins and adds a... Oh, okay, that's really cool. So it's like the thing, the doll within the doll within the doll. Okay, interesting. And I guess you want a small number of symbols because you really need it on each symbol. All right, I'm going to try it out. Definitely. That's what we're here. We're here to see new stuff, right? Okay, have I got a... I do have a toddler, but lockpick's really great. Let's try the jack-o'-lantern. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so have to be on the right. And I guess, does the Matryoshka work with the checkered flag, maybe? Maybe the checkered flag works well with that. These are all sort of terrible, so I'll skip. Okay, so actually it gives 0. The first iteration doesn't give you anything. So it's another bit like the coal. You have to be a bit careful on what you're getting. Okay. Take another toddler, because I've got the jack-o'-lantern. So yeah, we're definitely looking for some sweets. Probably will skip this, actually. Okay, so yeah, I've got to the next level of the Matryoshka. So this is giving me 1 each time now, which is good. Okay, we've successfully got through the first few. Oh, okay, these are new. I think I missed this, actually. Okay, so actually I didn't... So actually suits have been made up quite a bit better. So basically, suits like to be next to other suits. And they're now uncommon items, actually. I don't know, is this common? Oh, so some are common. Clubs are common, diamonds are common, hearts are uncommon, and spades are uncommon. Oh, interesting, okay. So there's sort of a bit of a mix between... So that's actually now, like, okay, so we're going to have to try a card run at some point. We don't want Hex of Destruction because we have both coal and the Matryoshka doll, which would be terrible to destroy. I'm going to take a topaz because I think we should take something. I'll take the black pepper. It will give us a bit of stuff when we... And because the Matryoshka doll will also sort of destroy itself along the way. I'll take a mouse. It gives me opening to Ninja plus mouse if I'm offered it. Although maybe in this patch, I know Dan was talking about making that item kind of rare, or like harder to get, essentially. Okay, I'll take a bluebird. I'm feeling a bit behind in terms of, okay, candy is good. I think if I get a bit more candy, then I'll feel like I don't have to take so many. Oh wow, pinata, that's great. Okay, so I think we're going to be all right. I managed to get the pinata at the right time, I think. And I now have a Matryoshka doll, which is giving me 2 every time. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I've got my diamonds, so yeah, looking good. I do not have a monkey, so I don't want the coconut, probably. Might just skip, actually. I mean, even though I have the double... Yeah, I feel like I want to pick up the monkey first. The purple pepper gives 5. I think these are the same, I'm pretty sure. 5 if 3 or more the symbol adjacent, or 3 if you have 3 that are the same and empty. I'll take the piggy bank. Always a good thing at the start. Okay, we're getting good returns from our pinata. Okay, so I feel like we have a little bit of room. I don't have to add too many things at the moment, which is nice. No, I won't add any of these. I have to be a bit careful because I might skip through changes or things. Okay, I will take the monkey. I think the monkey might have been made slightly worse. Was it 5 times before? I think it might have been higher than that before. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like the monkey, it might be a bit lower than that now. Like it's sort of been debuffed. It was 7 times. Okay, so yeah, the monkey, yeah, because I thought the monkey was probably a little bit too good. It always felt a very strong sort of early thing. So this feels a bit more in line, which is good. All right, going pretty comfortably, which is nice. Oh, okay. I kind of want to. I'm going to wait on the patch notes because I sort of want to discover the new symbols because I'm guessing the new symbols are in the patch notes as well, right? So I kind of want to discover it as I go. I will. Yeah, of course. Okay. So I'm going to take more toddlers. So this is a pretty good toddler run, actually. And my Matryoshka doll is getting better and better, which is good. Okay, well, we'll just take some money. Oh, okay, this one's new. Quigley the Wolf. All right, interesting. Wolves give 1 more and are common instead of uncommon, and dogs transform into wolves. Okay, that's really cool. I say how many new. I say, oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, maybe I'll have a quick look at the patch notes. Then how will I copy that? I can show that on screen. People are interested over here. Stop share. Share screen. Share screen. That. Okay, so what have we got? Oh, there's a new endless mode. Oh, very cool. So where the rent will endlessly increase how long you can last without getting evicted. So, oh, we could try an endless run. So basically, after you make the 12th payment, you can choose to make it endless, I guess. There are 7 new symbols, 9 new items. Well, we've already found 1 of the uncommon. So I should make a thing of like what I've discovered. I've discovered 1 of the new items, the wolf item, Quigley the wolf, and there's some have been existing. So we can have a look at that. Okay, so total rent payments are shown. So there's a few things to help with animation, which is great. So actually the costs have just been moved around a little bit of the rent payment. So that'll be interesting to see how the kind of difficulty goes. Okay, so yeah, removed pear, pigeon, quartz, penguin, and amethyst from the game. So I guess it's just reducing the kind of like the how much, because I guess these items were mostly like replicas of things and they didn't have many. It means archaeologists are quite a bit worse though, because you have less chance to get like these things that the archaeologist works with. Some of the seed stuff is gone, so pitchfork and proliferation. So the checker flag's now common. That's interesting. So it'll be a lot easier to make turtles and things work. Warring can's been made a bit better. Ninja and Mouse are now 5 times on flight. Okay, so it's been made a bit worse, which is fair enough. Yeah, so like these cards have been changed. Coconut's now uncommon. So yeah, I guess the monkey strat has been sort of declined a bit. Dwarves have been upped a bit actually, which is interesting. Yeah, because it's harder to get the dwarf item, I guess. So that's interesting. Light bulbs have been made a bit better. Monkeys have been made a little bit worse. Owls now give an additional 1 coin every 3 spins. Oh, interesting. So I'll have to check this. Okay, so basically... Oh, I see. So I guess the data was that most people are either losing it by the 4th payment or making it in the end. So it's just moved around a little bit. Yeah, and randomizing the card symbols is good. And yeah, we were talking about the kind of dilution of the pool. So that's really great. No, thanks. I think these are all really great changes. Yeah, that's true. I think like there are a lot of seed items that seemed kind of similar. So it's good to kind of make that a little bit. And now suits matter is a bit easier to make work, which is good. And yeah, checkered flag. Yeah, I'll have to see. Yeah, I guess getting an early checkered flag is good. And yeah, this Ninja and Mouse, I agree. It was always the kind of really easy way to win. Yeah, Monkey Nerfs, completely agree. Crabs are a bit more different to cultists, which is great. Yeah, dwarves, I agree. Yeah, dwarves are not kind of as good as toddlers and monkeys. Hustling capitals take 2 more coins. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing. Most of the time, hustling capitals were just so easily, like made. And then finally, owls now given just 1 coin every 2 to increase their early game viability. It's a bit more of a band-aid to make more niche symbols like the owl more viable. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's interesting. I think that all sounds really reasonable. So let's do it. Let's stop the. We don't need any more. But yeah, I really like all those changes. Actually, I think it'll make things a little bit more. And I think it'll mean that you can do more things early on. Patch review. Yeah, I was a bit quick. I guess I I mean, what's my main takeaway from those? Maybe I should actually just put it back up. If I was going to give I feel like I should give a proper review and then make a video or something. If I'm a proper YouTuber, I'm not really a proper YouTuber. But what would I say? I think, yeah, I mean, to me, these are all just really good changes. I sort of agree with everything. I think for me, the main issues with the game were that Ninja Mouse was too good, that it was just once you got Ninja Mouse, it almost didn't matter where you got it, you would just always win. And this making it just a bit harder means that you have to have a really good run where you get lots of Ninja Mouses and mice. So that's great. I think monkeys being made a little worse is great because that also brings them a bit back more in line. And yeah, getting rid of, I think making cards more interesting. I guess there's still a part of me that, like, and it'll be interesting to play with them. I would love to see more card synergy stuff generally. I still feel like there's more things that work with like food and gems. But there are still 4 different symbols in the card thing, which is reasonable. So I think this is a great move in that direction to make it more interesting, and maybe some of the new symbols work with that, which would be great. Yeah, and I think all these sort of balances. It'll be interesting to try and play seeds. I think getting rid of some of the seed items is good because a lot of times they weren't that interesting. I still, I guess, I worry it feels like that it hasn't made seeds much better. Maybe removing some of the quite a few of the common symbols will make that better, so you can get flowers more often. But yeah, we'll see. But this is all without knowing the symbols, so I should probably also do a review once I know what the new symbols are. So, but yeah, generally I think great, and kudos also in adding the endless mode so quickly, because I didn't know that was going to happen. Like in this patch, I thought it would come much later, but I think that'll be great to kind of explore just how like geometric you can make some runs. And I think when you're enjoying a run, it's nice to be able to keep playing it, which will be really great. Although I guess it'll be interesting because there are some, and in a way, I guess you'll get even more interesting data because you'll really get to know the runs that really like sort of geometrically improve versus the ones that sort of do eventually, peter out. So that will be interesting. And of course, it will be interesting. Maybe it makes actually seeds more interesting because they're the ones that can really go stratospheric. So yeah, very cool. So let's play. Enough of that. Or back to the game I was in the middle of. All right, where are we? Okay, so yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, and Dog's getting a bit buffed, which is really great. I personally don't have any dogs or wolves at the moment. Although, to be honest, so does this mean if I pick a dog, will it automatically transform into a wolf? Let's see. Let's pick it. I'm not here to not try new things. I don't have lockpick. No. We'll just skip this. So I now have the Super Butte Matroska doll now, which gives me 3 every time, which is great. Ooh, this new oyster. It's a common item, gives them money, has a 20% chance of adding pearls. Oh, interesting. And it adds a pearl when it's destroyed. Oh, okay. I like that. That's really cool. And I wonder if an oyster is considered an animal, so we'll have to check out. Okay, so let's test this. Is this dog going to transform into a wolf? So is it a wolf already? No, it's still a dog. Let's spin, because things tend to like update. Oh yes, it did update. Okay, great. So once you get that item, you can. Okay, so yeah, this is the one thing that Hustling Capsule was made a little bit worse. I mean, it's still quite good at this stage, so I'll definitely take it. Yeah, I think but it just means if you're really close, you might think about whether you want to add it or not. Maybe I should have taken the oyster to try it, but it's not really in the run at the moment. Okay. I think I don't have any lockpicks yet, so I don't think I should be taking random things. Do I have a dwarf? I do have a dwarf, and we know that dwarfs have got buffed a bit, so yeah, trying to get them to work out is good. So we're looking pretty comfortable here. Got another Matryoshka doll. Feels a little bit late on the Matryoshka doll. I think I'll just take the golden egg. Ooh, a new item. Okay. Oh, goldfish. Goldfish have got buffed. Woohoo. Okay, so this puts all goldfish in this item before it's been gives one. So it's like the egg carton, but for goldfish. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. I will probably take the green pepper, I think, because I'm a good chance to get to a 3. Because I already have 3 of something. Let's see how we go. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll just take some more hustling capsules. I'll take the money. It would be good to get 1 more crab, I think. Because I've only got 2 so far. I mean, it'll be just good to get to more 3 types of things. Oh, I could see, if I take the goldfish bowl, this would be good now. No, I don't think I need a bounty hunter. Excellent. I needed that extra crab. That's good. Matryoshka is doing well. Oh wow, okay. So I'll take the extra diamond. That's a bit unusual. And now we have the best Matryoshka doll. I mean, I guess it would be cool if it was called, like, if they actually change its name each time in some way, but yeah. But I like it. I like how it gets smaller and smaller, like a real, yeah, that's really cute. Cool, so it's a 4 money thing, so that's good. So yeah, we know light bulbs were made better. But wolves are good because wolves wolves are 3. So I will take the wolves. I will run with the wolves. So it's wolves and crabs. Wolves and crabs is this run at the moment. Robin Hood, maybe. Well, I think I'm okay. I don't think I need to add random things at the moment. Flushes. It'll be interesting to try flush with other things. Don't know actually. I'll try happy hour because I have 1 dwarf, so I can kind of pick up some alcohol and make that work a little bit. I'll take a bluebird because it gets to my 3rd bluebird. Maybe I shouldn't have done that though. I feel like I'm at the point where I shouldn't be taking more. Yeah, okay, so the owl has been buffed a bit. I'll just skip that. Yeah, well, we know what we're all about now. It's wolves and crabs. Wolves and crabs. Name of the run. Oh, it's a pity I have to give up a tomb, but I think I just have to take every crab I see at this point. I've got another doll, but I think we're a bit late for it. I mean, it's interesting, I guess, with the endless mode, like, you might actually take these things. Okay, now that I know, we're definitely gonna have to try a card symbol run, but we're not in that at the moment. So yeah, dogs are great. Dogs transform into wolves. Haha, excellent. We're running with the wolves. Running with the wolves. Do we have a monkey? We do have a monkey, so I will take the coconut half. Oh, I love capsule machine. Okay, I had to take capsule machine. One of my favorite items. Would have had so many goldfish if I had managed to. Yeah, so it's not. Yeah, it definitely feels like monkeys are like not so crazy anymore. I just keep taking the wolves, I guess. They're easy 3 money, and if I get like a Beastmaster or something, this will be really great. Oh, I think I missed actually there that seeds give money now. I think that was also something I was sort of thinking about, which I think is really great. There was the real problem with seeds that they didn't give any income, so that they were even. So Robin just completed his 2nd play of the new patch and cleared 12 levels. Congrats! Congrats! What was your strat? If it's something if I haven't seen yet, don't tell me. But we're just taking every wolf that we see, basically, every dog and wolf, with my. Oh wow! Okay, with my Quigley the wolf. Definitely would love to see a rusty gear. I mean, I think pretty much every run is improved by a rusty gear. I didn't even see this actually. I have tax evasion and mining pick, so I have to remember that as well. Yeah, we'll take a spirits. It's perfectly fine. Ooh. Golden carrot. Well, I think let's take the golden carrot, because then that actually means a chance I'm going to see maybe some of the rare new items if I'm lucky. Well, I'll take a wild card. That's easy. I mean, it would be really cool if somehow the wild card was considered like every item, like to trigger other things like crabs. but I understand that it might be a bit too much. Yeah, let's see, because I guess we're also hitting the thing where it's a little bit more difficult now. So it's going to be interesting whether, yeah, like I might, like my sort of internal compass of how difficult it is going to change, I guess, a bit, based on, you know, like, because right now I would consider myself to be kind of, you know, doing easily, but yeah, this is a lot closer now, I think. Oh, bronze arrow, actually. Yeah, so you were right, Robin. You said something about bronze arrow. Okay, uncommon item, uncommon symbol rather, gives 0 money, points around a direction. Symbols that are pointed to give 2 times that much money. All right, I'm in for that. I'm in for that. No, we didn't see it yet. Okay, let's see. Let's wait. Let's wait. Do we take the wine or do we take the coconut? I guess we take the wine. No. Damn you, bronze arrow. Oh, buffing capsule. Okay, that's good. I mean, yeah, you can see that it could be amazing if it kind of works out, but actually, I might lose, but I have a piggy bank, so I'm going to be okay. Oh my gosh, this bronze arrow has been terrible. Absolutely terrible. But a good thing that the monkey ate some coconuts. Oh, okay, there's spoilers. Okay, well, interesting, interesting. All right, all right. Dame is pretty good because I have 2 diamonds, so yeah, I think it's a dame choice. 4-leaf clover. Yeah, I think I'll take the 4-leaf clover. Just straight 4 money all the time. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I'll take the hustling capsule. Oh my gosh, this arrow has been just utter pants, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean that's interesting now because yeah, it's not an automatic choice because basically this is only going to pay out +2. So I'll just take the coconut and hope that the monkey. Oh, this is okay. So that's finally going to do something. That's good. Feeling like I'm a little bit behind, but let's see. Oh, it is better actually because hold on, has tax evasion got better? No, it takes 1 less. I'll take a ruby because I have the dame. Yeah, I was basically taking. Oh yeah, Robin lost the first run when he took the arrow. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I might lose. I think probably. I feel like I'm not generating. I don't have a good sense of how much I have to be generating each time. I need. Oh wow, double buffing capsule. So it's going to be like 20, I think, or even more, 80, because I have like and the capital. Oh, okay, to the hotfix. Okay, so there you go. All right, we're doing some live bug testing as well, everyone. But yeah, that was really great. That was I did a doubled up, a diamond, double hustling, like doubling capsule with the buffing machine. So it was like times. It gave me 80, so it was like times 16 or something crazy. So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So I don't think I'm going to lose, which is always good as well. Will give me some wine for my dwarf. You had 4 strategies by the end, okay. And I just got my lucky 7s went off, so that's good. Oh, the golden arrow, I see. So it's going to be an arrow run. Points a random direction, symbols are pointed to give 4 times as much. Well, we had to take it. I had to take it. Let's hope it does better than my. I guess maybe there's a silver arrow as well, which might I guess would be uncommon. Because this is, I guess it would be rare. Would be the silver, and maybe gives 3 times. Just guessing. What might be there? Oh, that's cool. So it's now 777. That's yeah. It's nice. I remember seeing that. I was like, and the final rent's being increased by 27, which sounded like a really random number, but yeah, I can see why that works. Okay. Oh yes, so I was right. Silver arrow. But of course, too many arrows is not going to be good. I do have the pickaxe. Do we want to? Shall we pick the silver arrow? Oh, why not? Let's just do all the arrows. Oh, I wish I'm going to take X-ray machine anyway. Because we have mining. Oh my gosh, this is just. I mean, if we get the arrows to actually line up, it's going to be great. But if we don't get that to work, oh my gosh, we're like, we've gone from. Okay, I did take the silver arrow. Don't worry, Dan. Don't worry. Wow, another wild card. Okay. No, I like it. I like it. It's cool. It's cool. I mean, they're doing work. They're doing work, definitely. Feeling pretty good, I think. I have a pretty strong run. I just have to not take any rubbish, and I think we'll be all right. Oh, well, we definitely still want the pinata, though. Yeah, I would have taken the mine, I think, without the arrow, but I'm just trying all the arrows. Oh, I should take hustling capsule actually because it's I'm comfortable here, and because I have the capsule machine, so it's going to give and it's even better because of the bug, which means it's much fun. Oh, the Beastmaster! I was saying that I would like a Beastmaster because I have lots of I think it's an easy Beastmaster because it's going to like run these wolves around very nicely. I think. We could definitely get some pretty amazing, like... Oh, nice to see. Okay. Well, those are some 16-point crabs. Very nice, very nice. All right, all right. Looking good. All right, so we've made it. I made it to the final thing. So, oh, I see. So that's cool. I think that's a really good way to implement it. I suppose I was thinking about like how you would sort of like the UI with endless mode, but yeah, just sort of telling you when you get to the end, like, do you want to keep playing? So yeah, let's keep playing. Let's see how we go. 1,000 in 10 spins. All right. I don't think we're in for any of that. Okay, we got the checkered flag. It would be great if I would be able to see my item before that, but okay, I'll take the purple pepper. Purple pepper. Come on, come on. Oh, wow. Okay, what is this going to do? 48. Oh, here we go. If we get enough of the oh, wow. Okay, big ore is going to be good. I'd take another dame, actually, because I think you need multipliers, basically. Oh, wow, that was great. I multiplied my pearl and my diamond. Don't need any of that. Oh, very nice. This is a good Beastmaster. Okay, can we keep up with that? Okay, Pinata's good. Pinata's all right with that. Oh, eat up, toddler. Oh wow! Imagine if we get like a golden arrow on the toddler as it eats like all the things. It would be amazing. We'll skip that. Okay, that's good. I still need I mean, I feel like rusty gear is where it's at. Still want a rusty gear. Come on, rusty gear. That's not a bad point from the goal. The golden arrow is nice. Oh, buffing capsule, always. We could get some... Okay, this is going to be good for whatever's down this diagonal. Oh, wow, 40... Oh, my gosh. Okay. Okay, we're getting some craziness is starting to happen with these wild cards. Plus, I can't even follow, like, the sort of the madness that is the... Yeah. Well, how far are we going to go? Oh, doubled up the... Oh, wow, that was really great. Oh, it didn't double the... I don't know if that's a bug. Hold on. Symbols that point to give 2 more. Because it pointed at the 7, the thing as it was destroyed. I don't know whether it was supposed to double that, like a bronze arrow on a thing that's destroyed. Just pointing out in case Dan's listening. All right, well, we're fine, good. 1,500, wow, it's going up quite fast. I see you always get 10 spins, basically. Did I take the checkered flag in the end? No, I did not. I'll skip that. Copycat could be good. Yeah, all right. Makes my cat wild, which is where we want to be. No, we need these arrows to be... Maybe. Some users are pointing out some inconsistencies with arrows buffing symbols that were destroyed or added in the same spin. I mean, is it your intention that it should buff something? Like if it pointed to something that was originally there and then gets destroyed, should it be doubled like a wealthy capsule or a void stone or not? I will take the money from... Oh, this is not too bad. What are you doing, Golden Arrow? What are you doing? Okay, we'll take some more just cache. Or at least this pointed this way this time, which is a bit better. I might be dead here, I think. Because I have to get some absolutely nutty... I mean, if I keep getting some crazy wildcard things, I'll be able to do it, but I don't think I'm... It's not looking good. No, I don't need... we need to stop this golden arrow pointing to the side, and that would be a lot better, but... Yeah, I don't think I'm making enough. Ah, damn you, golden arrow! What are you doing? And I need this pinata to be broken up. So I guess I won't take this. I mean, it's still okay because it sort of doubles. I probably shouldn't have. Yeah, I think we have reached our natural. Well, let's see what we get. Oh, if only the toddler was over here, it would have been amazing. No, it's not. It's not going to be anywhere near us, is it? Oh, it'd be cool. Yeah, it'd be great if you get arrows pointing at the same thing. So what do we get? I'll break over the piggy bank. Okay, so yeah. Oh, okay, and that's good. So it did show. I was going to say that it would be good to have something on the final run to show, like what payment you're on, so that like you can tell like where you were, what you got up to. So, okay, all right. Very nice, very nice. So I think we've got to try a card symbol thing. All right, that's good. We're offered a card symbol early, so let's try and push that and see how we go. We can do like gamblers and thieves and bounty hunters and things like that. I can still take a toddler. I'll take a banana peel and just hope that I'm gonna get some thieves. Get those thieves. I'll take ninja and stay open to... Ooh, there's a white pepper now. Gain 3 whenever you gain a multiple of 3 after a spin. Oh, interesting. So it's like an average of one per turn. I still think this coin on a string item is just... It needs to change, I think, to be honest. Because there are too many items like this which are just very close to this. And you know, yeah, it just feels a bit underpowered, maybe. Like maybe it could be too money or something a bit more interesting. That would be my feedback. I will take the very early piggy bank though, which is always a good to take. The earlier you take it, the better. I'll take a die. I was going to be doing... Well, we're getting enough flowers. So let's see. Okay. I've switched to trying flowers because I got enough of them early. I'll take a candy for my toddler. Okay. So let's see what we get. Oh, okay. Now we have to go back to... Now we have to go back to doing that. But it's okay. Jack-o'-lantern is still good. Okay, well, this is. I think now I'm sad that I took those flowers. I think I'll actually skip this. I think now it's all about taking the card symbols as much as possible, and actually really trying not to take anything else really, which is good. And I guess lowering the requirements is probably good. It means it gives you a bit of a chance to oh, okay, so. I think I have to take the sun. So this is... I'm going to try everything at the same time, basically. So card symbols and flowers and things. Yeah, but I think I'm going to have to try and be very selective if you're trying to do a dual symbol run. I've actually still never got telescope, interestingly enough, which is considered to be like one of the most crazy items. I'm going to skip this. Okay, let's try... Well, I don't need seeds, though. Grave Robber is great. Give you that kind of money that you need. All right, well let's try. The light bulb is a bit better now. So it's all flowers and we have a thief and we have a bounty hunter. So let's take the thief. See how long they last. Well, very nice. We got some. Yeah, so this was great. This was doubled and it got one more because of the closed thing. I'll take a lucky capsule. All right, the thief is dead. Didn't last very long. Oh, this. Oh, wow. Okay. So there is a new symbol for. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's equivalent for adjacent card symbols are considered wild. Are considered wild cards. Wow. Okay. I feel like I'm not going to really be able to compute how this exactly works, but sounds good to me. So yeah, I'll take the clubs because it's all about taking the card symbols now. Let the madness ensue. I like the card shark. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I have to. What is it again? Like it basically makes adjacent card symbols into wild cards, which is very flavorful. Actually, I like that. Like rather than just doubling their value. I will take some rain because we're also still somehow in the middle of a. I'll take a, and it makes these small symbol bombs potentially quite a bit better because you can get, the card symbols can still be useful basically. I do have one ninja, so I'm kind of open to, but I don't. I'll just leave the. I'll take a ruby. I think an early ruby is probably pretty good. Skip. So yes, flowers and card symbols. Okay, so what's going to happen here? Oh, that's interesting, actually. Because I got 3 off the... Did it double... Did that do what it was supposed to do? Because it basically... This... It was multiplied by this, but then it was changed into... Oh, I guess it didn't... Yeah, like this isn't always going to actually increase their value, necessarily. So I guess it's... Yeah, it can be lucky. It can kind of work out, but it also might just do... So like in this case, I think it's still going to just be 3, basically. Oh no, now it's 9. Okay, I don't think I can compute how it... Oh, it should have... Okay, so it is a bug. Okay. Yeah, because I guess it would be like... It'd be the wild card and then it would be tripled by the... Yeah. Okay, it seems to sometimes be working, so... I don't think we're going to take Zaroff because it'll kill all our jokers and card sharks and things, which is not what we want. And then it gave 6, so yeah, it seems that there's that bug is real. Oh, okay, so there's like some order problem. Okay, fair enough. Oh, I guess because it gets applied to be a wild, and then it's no longer like a card symbol when the Joker comes along or something. Maybe I don't know. But wow, that was a really the previous one I said. But like when you had 3 symbols together, they all give 3, and then they all get double. Yeah, I can see how this could get geometric very quickly. I'll skip this. Well, I'll take the purple pepper. Not really in the other world. I mean, I think the sun's also doing pretty good work, to be honest. I'll take the wealthy capsule. Easy money. Like, do I take another flower if I'm offered it? Is the question, I think. Don't need the seeds. But I like from the last run, I mean, it's only 1 run, but I did like the change in the kind of tempo. It definitely feels like you have more room in the early game to not have to be forced to take, like, you kind of go for a kind of more interesting build, or like, you can go for like the low symbol strategy more easily, or you can kind of risk it, I guess, which is nice, actually. I should take the candy. Perfect. Okay, we're all about the small card symbols. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Yeah, it'd be great if there was an item that let you like choose which symbols to like get rid of or something. Like there'd be targeted removal. Like especially for these endless runs, it feels like you would love to get a chance to like just refine your deck a little bit. Okay, the witch now works with the crow. I think that's new, or maybe not. I'm not sure. We do have a way to get. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have had it. Oh, pizza the cat. Cats give one more. Okay, very cool. All right. Oh, but I have to take black suits because, yeah, I probably shouldn't have taken this witch. Actually, I don't know why I had it in my head. It was an item. Yeah, that was probably not a good idea. Well, now that we have the goldfish bowl, like my goldfish challenge won't work. Of like trying to end the game with the most goldfish in your deck, basically. I mean, the witch wants cats, but I don't think I'm gonna take more and more cats. I don't think that makes much sense. Oh wow, these are, yeah, they do go geometric pretty quickly. Oh, this will be nice. What we're getting here. Oh, Matryoshka doll again. No, I don't think we're into the Matryoshka doll. Oh, let's just take all the card symbols. I wonder how much you get if you have like the whole grid of card symbols. I'd have to think about that. Yeah, so I can't quite follow what you're. Wow, 36. Yeah, so I think that they ought to work there. Okay, well we keep going. Wow, this is gonna be good. Wow, this seems very strong. Like we're like well ahead of it. Yeah, let's try a silver arrow. Why not? Why not? I'll take the green pepper. Let's see if we can get some better arrow spins than before. But I think that's a really cool item, and it uses the grid in a cool way, which is really nice. And I love that card symbols are more interesting now. You know, like it's yeah, it always felt that they were just symbols again that you just always kind of skip over, and now it's great. Wow, we're doing quite well though on the card symbols. Well, yeah, that silver arrow is good even when you get it just against one, I guess. I'll take candy. Candy for the toddler. Wow, the toddler's very quick to always eat it. Wow, we're getting some good money from this. No, we don't need. Oh, this is nice. Well, we're well. Wow, look at these things here. These are gonna. I mean, this diamond. I don't know. I can't do the math quick enough, but it's gonna be quite good. Oh wow, let's see what this spade should be good. I think. Wow, 72. Yeah, we're doing it. We are doing it. The silver arrow doesn't always do what it should be doing. Doesn't listen to you always. This is feeling like a very strong run. Very strong run indeed. Yeah, we'll just take the reroll. I mean, I have one die. But this is good because sometimes it really doesn't do anything. So it feels like a good balance actually. I mean, I guess I'll take the Highlander, although weirdly enough, like I feel like I don't actually want to take. I'm actually going to skip a Highlander. It feels like that should be a Steam achievement, skip a Highlander. But yeah, I think I just want as many card symbols now. Like that's where the game is, basically. Yep, we'll keep take all the card symbols. I guess there's also like some sort of point where you don't want to take too many though, because it's just you're never going to actually get like the jokers and things to make it better. These. Just churning along quite nicely. Yeah, I'll keep taking the. Keep taking the symbols. We're like Gambit in the X-Men or something. Okay, so victory is looking pretty good. Yeah, I don't want a Zaroff. I don't want any of those, unfortunately. Okay, Rusty Gear is always nice. Oh wow, this is going to be good because these are all diamonds. Oh wow, very nice. Do I want? Maybe I will still take a rain because I think we have enough. Still got this weird sort of flower sub theme that's maintained all this time. Take Arslink up, sure. We're well ahead on money, so take it for the long term. Madness. Take it in. Fly, my prettiest fly. I think I'll skip. I'm not sure about there's this weird thing about like the mixture between flowers and card symbols. Not so sure about it. I should probably pay attention also now to just collecting more of the same symbol, because what are we at? We're at 2 spades, 1 heart. Obviously, we have more of the common symbols, so we have 4 diamonds and 4 clubs. I actually don't think I want the bronze arrow. It's probably not. Yeah, now I just want to really maximize my chances of getting great like rusty gear things. So yeah, more diamonds is absolutely fine. No problems. Ooh, this is new. The diver destroys adjacent. Oh wow, so it's similar to turtles, oysters, crabs, and pearls. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, I love the thing. I like that is my vote for the cutest new symbol, like the actual artwork. That's really cool. And yeah, again, like giving some new interest to these starting items is great. Do I actually start with a pearl even? No, I don't have a pearl. So I actually don't have anything that works with it, unfortunately. But I will take the tomb because tombs are good. Well, I guess I'll take the lunchbox. I don't think it's really going to do anything. I don't think I'm going to really choose to add anything. I'll add a candy. I'll add some candies for my toddlers. I'll eat up at some point. Where are we? No, we have no chemical sevens, but I will start collecting them. Ooh, chef. Chef would be nice. But I'm not really on food, so might give that a skip. We're going to triple up our... Oh, Rusty Gear's only 2 times now. Yeah, so it's a little bit... Because I think Rusty Gear used to be 3 times. Yeah, so it's not quite as ridiculous. Because, yeah, it was pretty good before. Which I think is perfectly reasonable. I mean, I guess we'll go for the Pinata. It's a good amount of cash over time. Oh, it's always been 2 times. Okay, maybe I just have in my head that Rusty Gear is this just amazing item forevermore. Oh wow, that was nice. I'm gonna have a good payout this round. Ooh, the mega chest. Yeah, I'll take a mega chest. Maybe there's a chance I'm gonna get a lockpick. Yeah, I'm certainly playing a bit loose. So maybe I should be a bit more like not just be adding anything, but I feel like I kind of have to try things out. But it's looking very comfortable certainly. Oh, that's good. Good. The toddler ate up their sweets quickly. Damn you, Silver Arrow! What are you doing? Turn back. Okay, we'll have to take another sun. That's how you get. Oh, Ninja Mouse has turned up. I have one ninja, but we're way past that, I think. I'll take the mining pick for once. Oh wow, I'm gonna actually double like rusty gear up the candies. It's funny. Do I take more candies? I guess so. The toddler will eat them eventually, I guess. There you go. Ah, no. Well, it definitely feels like card symbols are like a good early strat now because you can. It's easy enough to pick up enough of them, and they can easily be 2 gold items early off. Yeah, no, thanks, Robin. Thanks for hanging around. Have a nice evening. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. But I'm definitely enjoying the patch so far. I think the arrows are really cool. Yeah, I can imagine also you can get some really amazing like confluence of luck there. And all the card symbol support is really great. And like making them feel different, like from a basic level, is a really nice thing. So yeah, definitely positive feelings from it. And love like that extra new like cat common item. Feels like you can really have like a bonkers cat run now. If you get like all the cat items, which is really cool too. And yeah, and just more support for goldfish and pearls and things like that is always good. So let's see how far we can go to. I got to I lost on the 1,500 rent payment before. I'd say we're probably going to do better than that. I think we're like quite a bit farther than we were. And actually, like if we get clear skies or something, this will also quickly get better. It's used as a pinata. It makes sense. We had a lot of pinatas. Let's continue going. Let's see if we can make it a bit further. I don't actually really want any of these. A bit pity. Yeah, ramen's great. I will take the ramen. Oh well. This would be another great time for the arrow to point at the toddler, but we can't have everything. Yeah, we'll take some more clubs. I guess the only thing I would say about the symbols in a way is that they kind of like they make things like the cultists just kind of worse by. It's not exactly by default, but like there's nothing that synergizes with cultists, and there's only like cultists is one symbol, and taking lots of card symbols kind of like raises geometrically a bit like how cultists work. So I wonder if it's like of course I'm only this is my first time playing it. But they feel maybe like even a little bit too strong, I guess would be my feeling. I wonder whether they could increase one for each like different card symbol around them or something like that. So they kind of max out at a certain point, but they're a lot easier to find maybe because there's so many more. So like, instead of adjacent, it only gives you like somehow it only gives adjacent non-club card symbols or something like that. I don't know. Or it just it increases its own thing by how many it's around. So it's more about collecting like the different suits, and maybe that will make it feel a little bit different to the cultists, which is like cultists is just take cultists, whereas right now it feels like card symbols are just like take card symbols because they're just good, kind of geometrically good. And I guess it's like cultists are so clean that you kind of want to feel you want to almost keep that feeling of cultists and like not have other things that are necessarily like that, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the cool thing about endless mode that I like is that also there's this chance of you like that you could luck into discovering like even better and better items and sort of push their use like item capsule or ramen or something like that, which is really cool. I like that. I would even just take a lockpick to be honest at this moment, but yeah. All right, well, we're pushing card symbols as far as we can go. Yeah, it feels like we're definitely slowing down on the. Like, I know you can't sort of take them sort of willy-nilly forever, but we're still getting pretty good. I mean, of course, like Rusty here is making it work, I think. Oh yeah, we definitely take another card shove. Easy, 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 easy. Well, swear jar's not going to be very useful. I'll just take the checkered flag. Let's see. Oh yeah, I get 2 items now. We'll just take the egg carton. Just means I can take eggs. I still love a clear sky, but I'm so diluted on the card symbols now that my 41 symbol. I'll just take a key in the chance that I'll finally open this chest. But let's see how this goes. It's interesting. I guess card sharks don't really stack because they, they'll just basically turn it wild again, which is interesting. I do have egg carton, right? Yeah. So you take the egg. Oh, the key was so close, so close. I can imagine like the key opening the chest and then it getting doubled or whatever by the. Oh, this is going to be a good flower. I think 50. Wow. Okay, that was very nice. Yeah, I think there is definitely some nuttiness that can be. Wow, this I might be able to keep up with it for a little while if I keep getting these amazing like 150 coin run, turns. It's looking pretty good. I wonder what this is going to score. Oh, wow, very nice. I'll just skip it, I guess. Joker doing work. How many candies do we have left? Oh, wow, all the candies are gone. But I feel like we're past the point of candies. Are we past the point of flowers, though? I don't think so. Yeah, maybe that's wrong. I'm not sure. Because yeah, it feels like you're getting all the stuff from the card symbols. Okay, so it's like going up 500 each time. Interesting, interesting. Oh wow, it's up. Was it always 35? Maybe it was 35 for the martinis. Yeah, I don't need any of these. These are all kind of bad. I'll take the shrine. And I will take the fishbowl. So we can now take goldfish as well, which is kind of fun. And wow, you can. There's no limit to the fishbowl either, so you can take as many goldfish as you like. Very nice. Are we going to make it to the next rent payment? Yeah, I feel like this is going to be. It's going to be a bit tough, maybe. Oh yes, we finally got the chest is open. Woohoo! Yeah, I'll just keep taking symbols. Should be nice. Rusty gear. I wonder how much there should be. Yeah, it would be great if there was like a stat to show you how much like rusty gear had done for you, because it's definitely carried me. I think basically. Don't need any of these. No. And with the switching device, does the thing spin, like do arrows spin before you switch them, or do you switch them and then, I mean, I guess you would put them in the middle to give them a chance to always do something. But it's an interesting kind of risk-reward sort of thing. How are we going? What are we on track to? No, we're probably dead, I would say. We haven't really gone geometric. Not properly, anyway. I mean, we're going to get a lot from this piggy bank, but not enough, I think. Yeah. But we made one better, so that's good. No, we needed a better kind of spin of that, I think. Yeah, the piggy bank will get me a bit, but oh wow, it's really close. that was really close. All right, well, I think. What do we think? I'll do one more. Let's see how we go, and then that might do me for today. But yeah, the new patch is quite fun, and I like the endless mode. Yeah, it just means you get to enjoy. You get to enjoy a good run a little bit longer. But it's interesting, like that. you know, it doesn't go on for too long. You know, I was sort of, I guess I was a bit worried. I was thinking, like, is this going to be difficult in terms of, like, how much this will, like, drag on? But actually, yeah, you do tend to, you know, die kind of quickly, which is good. Yeah, and I'm probably going to have to alter my strategy a little bit to, like, not just take everything. Oh, look, cookie is great. Yellow pepper, not so amazing, but that's fine. I will take all the items. Well, I guess I'll take cats. Cats and coins. Does that work? I'm a bit late on the... I think I need an item to give me a bit of direction, hopefully. Or is this a hex run? Could be a hex run. I'll take an urn. Let's see. Not great. Let's see if we can get a 3 over kind at least. I'll take a coal. I guess early coal, like coal, is now better because the, like, what you have to make is sort of less. Whoop, maybe I'm going to die already. Let's not do that. I'll take the bounty hunter. Wow, maybe I was taking it all a little bit too easy. That is very possible. Maybe we're going to have a quick loss because I was just talking about, like, oh, I'm going to take it like, I'm going to be careful about what I add, and then I die. All right, I'll be back in a sec. Just going to have a quick bathroom break. Back. All right, let's one last run. I think no matter what, let's not die quickly. Let's not be stupid. Let's see how we go. All right, cats away. Let's see if we can get that common cat item. All right, let's take an oyster. I haven't taken an oyster yet. Let's see how that goes. Take an early crab. Yeah, because crabs are good if I get the diver, right? So take a coal. Okay. Ooh, an early bronze arrow is interesting. Could definitely get me. Yeah, why not? Let's do an early bronze arrow. Tax evasion. Interesting. I'll take the small symbol bomb. Give me a bit of a... Take a shiny pebble. Another shiny pebble. All right. Let's see how we go. I'll take a safe and hopefully pick up a key, maybe. See how that goes. Do I start with a club? No. Guess I'll skip. I mean, I definitely would just want to fill up because... Oh, I'll take a key. Key for my chest. Oh, we just got another pearl. All right, let's do pearls. Now let's see if we can get a diver. We're all in on the diver. Early diver, please. Come on. I'll take a bronze arrow. Let's see how it goes. Grave robber's good. Give me a chance of doing a bit better, maybe. I'm gonna skip. Let's see how much I'm adding on average. Only 15. Oh, rapid fluff's nice. I definitely got to get a. No, I don't want the hustling capsule. Oh, let's try it. I might have just. Oh wow. Okay. Well, I got the safe was open, so I'm fine. Take a lucky capsule. Okay, we're getting taken over by pearls and oysters. No. Alright, let's see how this goes. I've got to find a diver very soon. But if I find a diver, this is going to be a great run. Come on, diver. Come on. No, I'll take the item capsule. I'll take the green pepper, which will help me a little bit. Okay. This is a bit of a risky run, but let's see. I'm gonna survive is the first question, really. Because I don't know if I'm even gonna... We probably need some good rolls here. Well, that's good. Treasure chest is a bit of a chance, maybe. I'll take the hustling capsule. I think we're all right. Yeah. Oof. I mean, it's a bit of a... I like trying a bit of a different thing. Make these oysters. I need a diver. Come on, diver. Where are you, diver? We need you, diver. No. I'm not going to add... I'll take the dwarves. Maybe that'll be useful later. Maybe we get a... Oh, the cat's good. It will improve my chances of getting things. These arrows are definitely of variable quality. Let's try the doll, Matryoshka doll. Oh, but we do have the diamonds online, so that's good. I don't think I can take any more bronze arrows. Too many bronze arrows. Yeah, so I think I'm going to slow down a little bit on the... I mean, of course, Rusty Gear would also be absolutely amazing. Oh, I really hope I survive. But I feel like I'm not going to. Oh yeah, maybe I will. I'll just, probably. Okay, it's close. Come on, diver. No, where are you, diver? These aren't useful. I'll take the black cat because we have some cats. I also need if I get a lock. Yeah. Oh, this would have been a really fun run, but unfortunately, if I just got an earlier diver, this would have been absolutely incredible. But it was not to be. It was not to be. I guess I'll just keep taking bronze arrows. Maybe that's like the other way this could go well. I'm not sure. Although I think I'm like very far behind. I'll take the well, live by the oyster, die by the oyster. That's it. Oh, well, I think that might do it. But yeah, well, thanks everyone for hanging around. But yeah, a short review, really fun patch. Still hoping I'll get a diver run working because that looks really cool with all the oysters and things. But yeah, definitely will be a bit of fun going into the future. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and thanks very much, Dan, for all your work on the game. I still enjoy it as always, so that's really great. And I'm not sure if anybody is streaming. Lucky Luke's been streaming some Luck Be a Landlord, so I might have a look. Yeah, no worries. Happy to stream. I'm not exactly like the biggest viewership of the game, but I certainly enjoy it. So yeah. Yeah, that might do me for now. But yeah, thanks all, and yeah, we can raid Lucky Luke, who's also playing some Luck Be a Landlord. So let's do that. Cool. Well, thanks all, and have a nice weekend. Cheers. Bye.